Welcome to Live Educational Support Desk. My name is Allie and I am your host. But as everybody's coming into the live session, you should know this is being streamed to our Facebook group live. And we also use this video after in order to put on our YouTube channel. So as you come in and you're coming on camera, you need to be aware of that. So welcome in, everybody. Let me come over here and say hello. If you have a question and you're in the session live, you can go down to the bottom of the screen and raise your hand. There we go. Hi, Dr. Bridget's in the house. Let me go ahead and turn on ability for cameras for you all now. Let's see. I will let you start your cameras and unmute yourselves. Please use these powers wisely. Hello, how are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you so much for bringing me on. Yes, I have a question. Um, I'm setting up a website right now, and I don't want to have too much text, and I would like to have more description below, a headline and a subline, and maybe one sentence, and then read more, and something to like that it opens up and you see the text. There is a drop down function. I have seen that, but
Hmm.
asks me a whole lot of different questions. I just want to have a space where I just copy and paste whatever I want to say in this drop down or more, and that's it. How do I do that?
This is a great question. Let's see. Let's look at it because I know the functionality you're talking about,
Mm.
and we might be able to convert that into that. Let's see.
Yeah.
I
It's like
will.
when you have question answers and you have like the question and then the answer below, and you want to have a kind of a drop down.
Hmm.
It shows with a with an error or arrow or something like that.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've seen that. But you
Yeah,
want them to be able to click it and then it opens up into
it,
just that one.
exactly. Because I just don't wanna, crush everything into a website. I wanna have it clean and
Yeah.
easy to read, and I don't want to have too much text. There is like people that just, they want to
Yeah,
have
it looks too busy, looks too
too
intense. It
busy.
can be
And
overwhelming,
and I want to have some content hidden, but still, if they're interested in a description or
available.
I want to know more, it just,
Mhm.
opens this up, this space, not guiding to another website or something like that. It's just kind of
Yeah.
it opens up more space.
Yeah. I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want to create an experience that's not overwhelming. It's a gentle little journey and path. And when they want more information, they, click a little thing and there appears the information, and then they can close that and continue on their journey. It's not overwhelming, but it's there if they want it. That's
Exactly.
a perfect way to intentionally design an experience for people when they're coming on your site. So can you see my screen? I'm sharing. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, fabulous. I'm gonna shut my camera off and get my face out the way here. And then we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna go in site, and then I'm gonna come over here to pages, and we will just click on a ramp. This is just a test site. It's not like real
Sure.
stuff in here. So we'll just open this up and look at what some of this functionality looks like on here. Okay. So the block that you're talking about is an FAQ. There's a couple of different styles of them. Let's
Ah,
look
yeah.
at what they do. Okay, so that's one style. Okay. I'm just going to load these on the page so we can look at each one and see which one looks like it has the ability to do or look the way that you want it to look for that experience.
Oh, I see that's in the free and in the FNQ. Yes, but I wanted to insert that as a kind of uh, as a field within a featured block. For example, you have like, okay, this is one-on-one advisory, this is group coaching, and this is institutions, for example. And in these features, you have like a headline, a subline, and a text. And then I want to add this drop-down function within the featured block section. Actually,
Okay.
its own block, big block. I get that. But how do I incorporate that already in a block?
Let's see. How about if we have a block that is featured,
Yes, it's in the,
like, let's
yes,
see,
exactly. Yes,
like,
yes. How do I?
so like something that looks a little more like this. And
Uh-huh.
then when they click this, that's the drop down.
Yeah, instead of learn more where it opens up to a link or
Right.
something,
But
how can I?
this is more the layout that you want it to look like, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Yes. And
Okay.
within that, I
So,
want them to like,
so what you would do is we would either create, because the functionality, is that in this one? I don't think that one's a drop down. Is this one? This one is, I believe. And this one is drop down functionality. And this one is. So let's see. I think if we okay, let's do this one. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to see which one I think we can convert the easiest. I think this
sure.
one, but um, oh, not that one. Yeah, this one. And because you can move these around, okay? So the functionality is already in here. And I'm sure there's ways that people who know how to code do something like that can do that will create this by itself. But I'm going to use what's here already because I don't need to reinvent the wheel. So I think
Yes, and since
um
I'm not a coder, I need this easy peasy going. You think you can just, no, it's not possible to move it, is it? No, no, you can't. That's the thing.
move. I You can move them. Let's see.
Yeah, but only within the block, I suppose. Is
I
it?
think sometimes you can get them out of there. Let's see. Can we?
Ah,
But that's the element. It's the functionality within here that's doing it. So I wonder if we can add installment. There we go. What do I want to do?
uh, I have not tried to add in here
I
an
know. I want
a
to.
question. Yeah,
Like maybe form does it?
it
Drop
has.
down. There we
It has a
go.
drop down, but it just asks me a bunch of questions. I just don't understand that.
Okay, well, let me see if we can do it with this. Input type,
I went on custom options.
custom option name. Um, m- or learn more. Let's try that. Let's see if I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. Learn more. Okay. So that's just an option. Hide on. No. So yeah, it's not gonna, it's basically just giving them something to select. It's not, let's see, style. Yeah. So if I save that, what it is now when they choose the drop down, they just have two things to select from, or they just have that to select from. It's not,
That's
yeah.
why I'm asking you. I figured that out.
Right. Yeah. It's this. Well, here's the only other way then, I would think. So let's inside the green on this one, right click.
Add new
Let's
column.
add a new column.
Mm,
Okay. So
yeah,
now what we do is we take this one and we move it to this side, maybe. Fill that. Or, I mean, we still can do that. I can, I think. Can I move you? Oh, this is, oh, I moved this one. That's why. I was like, this looks weird. Oh, I gotta maybe. Oh, here we go. All of this section I moved weird way. So let's go ahead and move it back to where it goes. So do
yeah,
you
but
see what I'm doing? Like, so
yeah,
now you can group it
I see
together.
that. But this is still not something I want. I wanted it in these columns, just
Yeah, well,
as a little place where they can open up another small space and read through it. So it's, I think,
right. So here's what it would look like. Like this has frequently asked questions.
yeah,
Obviously, yours isn't going to say that, but you can, it once you set this up as a template for yourself, it will literally, you will be able to save it as a custom template. Um, and
yeah, good.
it will go across. So clone that one.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so I just thought there is a function. Then I would need to do it like that.
Yeah, but there's probably a way to code it. You can ask in the group. But it looks like a lot in programming, but if we preview it, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All you have to do is add like the icon above here. Do you see what I'm saying? See how it looks like this? You can make these columns wider, and instead of having them all in a row, you could have just this one here with an icon above it,
I
right?
got it.
This
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
and this one. And once you set that one template just one time, you clone it and fill in. And then when people come here, that's what happens. They drop down and it opens up that more information for them. It is literally that exact functionality. You just have to tweak the layout of it. And once you do that one time inside the editor, all you have to do the next time you want one, and once you have it designed to look like this, all you have to do is save it as a
I
custom
know.
block
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I got
then
it.
plop
Yeah.
it on any template. And then that's the exact functionality. You can change the spacing. I didn't do it, beautifully, but you could. And this
Yeah,
is just one of them. If you don't like these blue lines, there's another
I know.
different FAQ. You know what I mean? So maybe one of them's layouts in a three-column spread like this with that drop down will look the way that you want it to. You have to test that out.
Yeah.
But the other option would be to go into the Facebook group and find out in there if somebody has like a little
No.
HTML hack or
Yeah.
something like that where you can just get that functionality.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You are
It's
welcome.
still not a good solution because the space between one block and the next block is way too large. Even though you go
The
down
space between blocks.
between the blocks, it's the white space. It's still not within. So, but it's okay.
You can
Maybe
change the spacing of the
I
blocks,
know,
you
I
know.
know, but
Oh,
it still
okay.
doesn't go all the way down. So, but thank you anyway. That would be an option. Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank
Ooh.
you.
Okay. Hello. Oh, hi, Julia. How are you
Hello,
today?
I'm good. I'm good. I hope today's question is easier.
Okay. Lay it on
Okay.
me.
I have one student who decided to pay my course in different installments, and she failed to pay the installment of this month. And I was in touch with her, and she said, "Oh, please give me a couple of weeks, and I'm waiting for her to do the payment." And yesterday I got an email from Zenler saying that her subscription had been canceled due to payment failure.
Are
So
you on PayPal? Is she on PayPal?
no, I don't have PayPal. I have Stripe.
Stripe. Oh, okay. So it sent that email to you. That's very interesting. Judy would really love to talk to you about that because we were trying to figure out the settings because she has Stripe set up, but she didn't get an email saying they still had access to her to the program even though they hadn't paid. So it's not, I don't think they're supposed to. It feels like when somebody's payment fails, they will lose access. Subscription will be, they're
Okay.
not paying, no more subscription.
Okay.
So you want it back on, right?
Yeah, I sent her a message and said I have just received this notification. I don't know whether it has been also sent to you or not, but just wanted to let you know that once you pay back, I will manage to put you back on. And she said, "Oh yes, I didn't receive anything, but I will pay this Saturday." So I have no idea how to re-enroll her back once she pays. So
I don't
I
know if it has to re-enroll. I think if she has an account, if she just goes in and updates the payment, it should put her back in there.
do you think?
Well, she should have you got something. She didn't get something. It might be in her spam. It might be somewhere. She should be able to just I mean, have her. That's the first thing I would check for her because I'm not really sure. Y- The first thing she would have to check, right, is she'd have to check, does she actually still have access, even though you got a thing saying it was canceled, right?
Hmm.
So you need to check if she still has access to the course because that's one. And if she does, then what you have to do is go into Stripe, right?
Okay.
And just reset up her payment plan and turn it back on. Because it might be, I'm not sure because I don't have any of that access, right? So one thing that could happen is Stripe emailed you to let you know they canceled her subscription for failure to pay. So that
No,
means,
no, no, no. The email came from Zenler. It didn't come from Stripe.
but what did it say? That their
The
payment failed.
It says subscription to the course, blah, 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 in the Alba Academy has been canceled for a student and then her email address due to payment failure. That's it.
Right. That's an automated message because it failed to
Yeah,
charge her.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. Judy.
Yes.
Hi, welcome in.
And it's
She
bring your
mentioned you
it,
before. I
I
wish
know
you
I've already been
were.
talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing
it's
because I'm like,
bring your kids to work day. So
hi, babe.
her name's Bree.
Bree, you're so beautiful.
Um, the one that the one that was payment failed for me, I got no notification. The student got no notification. And the only way I found it was I like to check my Stripe account. Um, I guess I'm a little obsessive. I check it daily.
She's like, I need to know where my money's at.
Well, I love the dashboard in Zenler. Like it says same time last month or same time last week. And I'm very competitive. So I'm like, oh, I have to catch up.
Self-competitive is the best kind. Yes. I
So,
love
but
it.
I only noticed it because I went into Stripe and it was bright red. And I'm like, okay, and it's a subscription. So, long story short, in Stripe, when you have a subscription, it generates an invoice. So, worst case scenario, you can push the invoice through or click charge now if the person has reached out to you and said they've straightened out the credit card situation. So like if they change their credit card on Zenler, my understanding is when you click charge now, that new card is what appears in Stripe, I think.
No, I mean, the issue is that when Stripe tried to charge her, she didn't have enough funds
Right.
on her bank. So she said, oh, something happened. So basically, she hasn't been able to pay me yet. But I'm aware of that. I've been in touch with her, and she said that she's gonna pay her subscription this Saturday. In the meantime, I got an email from Zenler saying that it had canceled her subscription to the course because she failed to pay. So, according to that automatic email that I received from Zenler, she no longer has access to the course. So, I was just asking Ali, how do
Well,
I
yes. Well, that's what I was
re-enroll
saying.
her once she pays me?
Right. Judy's
Uh,
student never lost access
okay.
Yeah,
to
no.
the thing. So
But
that's why I'm telling you, I know you got an automated
Okay.
email, but I
Yeah.
would ask her to check and see if she lost access. Because here's the two things that are happening,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
If it was a glitch for Judy, we don't really know. Was it a
Okay.
glitch that she didn't get the Zenler email, but you did? Who knows? I don't, it could be
Okay.
a setting, it could be something weird that happened. I'm not sure. But
Okay.
this is like real life experience in the system, right?
Okay.
So two different things happened for the same thing, and you're both using Stripe. So that's,
Mm.
that's there.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
need to follow up with your student and find out if they did lose access officially or not.
Okay.
If
If
they
not,
didn't,
it's something that I have to set with Stripe, not with
right,
Sender.
still it doesn't matter because either or, okay, you need to know, did it really cancel their access? Because there may be a point in time when you want access canceled for that person. If they don't, do it. And if you have a ton of people moving around, you can't be expected to manually go through and remove access because somebody's payment's denied. This is supposed to be an automatic system, right? So we need to find
Right.
out what's happening.
Right.
Because
But
if they
yes,
didn't cancel and now you got to go through Stripe, right? So now
Mhm.
you go into Stripe and there's two different things happening. Access is in Zenler, right? Is assigned by Zenler from Zenler. But the
Mhm.
payment,
This is
which
Stripe.
is supposed to trigger access, is
Mhm.
handled through Stripe, right? So we've got two
Mhm.
different systems, and we need to figure out what they're doing and how they're the priority order, because that is still going to matter for you, not just for this person, but for future people and how you
Yeah.
handle that. Yeah, Judy, what did
Yeah.
you want to add?
so I had somebody who my mastery program was just not a good fit. And so I had to cancel the membership before the credit card would get hit again. And so I assumed, which I know is a bad thing to do, that if I canceled the membership, it would cancel on the renewal date. And it canceled immediately. And when I went to the class list, he was gone. So can you see that person in the class list?
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Yesterday, I checked her student profile because she joined a different course years ago, and appears that she's just enrolled in the previous course and not in this one on
Okay.
Zenler.
And she's gone. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
so
so is the subscription, okay, so now that we know she's not in there, what you would need to do is you would need to then have her click on, send her the sales page again to click. Because is it just a subscription where they click, they pay, and it's $10 a month or whatever it is, a thousand
no, no,
bucks a
no.
month?
But I have to clarify that it's not a monthly subscription. It's, the course price, she decided to pay it in different installments. So she paid like 2 or 3 installments. There are some installments remaining.
Okay, so it's not a
She has to
subscription,
pay.
it's an installment
Yeah,
payment.
yeah.
So you didn't set it up as a subscription?
I don't remember.
Okay, well, so that's two different kinds of payments. So
Well,
Judy's was a subscription,
yeah, I'm
right?
wondering if
Yeah.
Stripe is going to refund her the previous payment since it got canceled. They might view it as an unfulfilled purchase.
Right. So it's a totally different thing that just happened now.
Mm.
You have installment payments, not a subscription.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I will
you
have
know,
to
yeah.
check. I will have to check because.
Because either way, whatever she owes you left, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna need to just bill. You can just charge her for it and then assign her access. Okay. So she'll get access back to it once she's paid you. And you could send her a PayPal.me link or a invoice and just have it paid. Do you know what I mean? And reassign her access. Right?
You
You
can
can do that.
you can make a custom invoice in Stripe. You just have to generate a product that you choose from the product catalog, which I hate, but you can make a custom invoice for her for the balance and just tell her, I mean, does she owe more than one payment yet?
Only one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then I would just make her a
Right.
invoice, and then you go into Zenler and you go to her and you go to bulk actions enroll in course.
Yeah. And then you just
That's something that I don't know. I mean, I had the experience to unenroll students because I have this course in 2 languages, and I had the case of 2 students that they enroll in the wrong course that was not their language. So I had to unenroll them, and then they had to enroll from the beginning in the one that was their language. But this case of a student that has been unenrolled automatically and re-enroll them again, I have no idea how to do that inside
just
Zenler.
assign, you just go to their profile and give it to them. Here, I'll show you. Here.
Okay.
It's not, this part is, it's right
Easy.
in the, it's not easy. It's just, it's right in there where it's in a common sense place for you. So I'm not going to say that it's easy, but once you see it, you'll understand.
Okay.
So when you come in here to site, right? You're at the top, you're in site, and then you're going to come
Mhm.
down here to all people. And you're going to find your person, whoever they are, right? And you're going to
Okay.
click on them. And then you're going to go to the purchases tab. Or I don't have anything in here to assign them. Let me see. How do I do this? Not that person. Uh, let's try this one. There we go, courses. Whew. Okay. So now you select a course to enroll in. You just pick the one you want and click enroll
Oh,
and
okay.
done. That's it. You just go into them and right here, you just click enroll.
People all course. Okay.
So it's in all and under people. Yeah.
Yeah, and I do the bulk. I do the thing where you click the name and then it says bulk action. So I do it differently. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but that's how I've done it.
Where? Oh, where?
So
In the
click on it.
person?
No. Click on the little box.
Oh, this?
No. A name. No.
Edit?
No. Go over to the left. The little box by the name.
The checkbox?
Click that, and then
Yes.
it'll say bulk actions,
Ah,
and
okay.
then it's under there.
Right.
That's how I do it. Enroll in course.
Right.
Okay.
So you can do it from here, especially if you're searching for, say, you just uploaded a whole bunch of people with a particular tag, right? You can filter for those people, and then all the names that show up, it's not bulk when you just do one, but if you the names are filtered, it'll only show who's tagged in that. Then you select the top one and it selects everybody in there. So yeah, in this particular case, you're just using one student, but
Mhm. Yeah.
like I know Maggie in the past has talked about getting people in and how do you do it. So yeah, so Judy just showed you how to do multiple people if they're tagged. So yeah, you
Okay.
can do it there too, or directly in their profile. You can assign something to them, and you even have a section over here where you can put some notes about your person. This isn't like a full CRM or anything like that, but you can keep little notes for people if you want to in there as well.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
check now on Zenler whether I have selected the payment installments or membership. I'm pretty sure I selected installments. However,
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether Stripe recognize installments or they think it's a membership because yeah, that's the
yeah,
only
I'm
thing.
not sure how they look at it because,
Yeah, I
like I
think
said,
I think they think it's a membership and not a
No, no, I
installment.
had installments.
You do
I did for something, and it
on Stripe.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and you have to pick the how often the person is charged, and it was a 30-day, like she wanted to pay
I
in
mean,
two.
I know it has worked perfectly for other students because in this course itself, I gave the option of paying in 4 months, 6 months, or 10 months. And the ones who chose 4 months, they already paid and automatically and they're done and done. But the ones who have chosen 10 months, they still have installments to pay. So I know that the Stripe in that sense has worked perfectly, knowing that when the last month that they have to pay. So
Right.
anyways,
No, it has installments are different
mm,
than membership or subscriptions. They're two different things. So how they handle them is going to be different. So that's why you got an email and Judy didn't. And I don't know why you wouldn't get an email. Everybody, because here's the thing, in your case, you feel for the person, they're going through something and you want to help them keep access and
yeah,
you're doing that. And I respect that because that's something I would do as well. Like I want to, make sure that, that's the kind of environment I want to create anyway. So that's what
mhm,
I would do. However, there are still people that I may not want to do that for, right? There are still people that maybe I don't even know, right? Once business is going and you've
course.
got
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
somebody's going
yeah,
to come in that you don't even know. They're a stranger. And
yeah.
you don't want to have hundreds of students in a course and then have to manually go in and remove their access and check that
Oh,
they've made their
mhm.
payments?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's really important for us to kind of figure out and understand how this works and how to set it up now before you grow, before you have 100 students and now everything collapses and now
absolutely.
everybody wants a
Yeah, yeah,
refund
yeah,
and now this is happening and you're like, oh my gosh. Like, so take the
yeah,
pause now and say, let's figure out how these payments are working and how to make sure there's an automated way that
yeah.
people lose access on both levels. So for you, it's good to know installments did cut off access, so that worked properly. But
Mhm.
subscription wise, it did not work in Judy's case for people with
Right,
subscriptions. So that's just
right,
something to keep in mind when you're
right,
doing
right.
stuff is figuring out and testing it And then,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this course has been the beta launch, and I gave access to a reduced amount of students to kind of test. And I realized that it made a huge difference to open up the possibility to pay in different installments. So that
mhm.
was very beneficial. And so many people could join because it was a high ticket course. So because I gave the option of paying in different installments, they could join. But now I'm
Yeah,
facing this thing of, oh, one student cannot pay, so I have to check. Another student had problems with the
right,
card because the bank, for security reasons, is not authorizing the payment. So I have to talk to her from time to time. She has to go to the bank. All
right.
these things, which is time
Okay.
consuming.
It is. Well, so here's how I want to say this because I think this is really important for everybody to think about and decide for yourself how you're going to approach this very common situation
Yeah.
in business and online business and entrepreneurship. When you offer, there's a very common thing, right? You offer one-time payment, right? And then you offer these installments or other payment options for
Mhm.
people who need those options, okay? And the way that it's always framed online is, okay, pay in full, get a discount, right?
Mm.
If you make payments, you're going to pay more. Except that is incorrect, okay? That is blaming people for being poor, really, has
Mhm.
that frame of
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
Oh, if you've got enough money, you get a discount.
yeah, yeah,
No, that is not it. That is not how I operate my business. Like, do I feel for people who don't have the money to pay right away? Yes, I still want to give them an opportunity, but here's the thing. It's more time management. It takes more of your capacity and energy.
yeah,
You have to be checking it because
yeah,
anytime there's payments, even if they can afford it and they've got a good budget, their card expired. That's what happened in Judy's case, right?
yeah.
These mismanagement things on their end, and when that happens, that applies more pressure to me and my business. So if
Mm.
I am going to be able to sustain my business and be able to continue to serve my clients, I need to be able to be ethical and transparent in the way I present that information and be like, if you can pay more, or if you can pay it all at once, you're paying less, but not because you're getting a discount. I have to charge more for the administrative work of this. I'm not trying to make extra money on you because you're poor. The other way around, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like I give
Mhm.
discounts to people who have money. But if you
Mhm.
don't and you need a payment plan, I'm charging you more. But that is
Mhm.
not how I treat people, and that's not how I feel about it, right? So
Mhm.
start thinking about um
No, I mean,
how you're gonna approach
something that I
those
am.
things.
Right, something that I'm reflecting right now is that the next time that I offer installments, of course, they are very helpful for people to pay monthly, and it's also helpful for me so I know the amount of money fixed that I will be getting every
Yeah.
single month. So, I mean, to
Hmm.
organize my finances is also helpful for me. However, I noticed, which is something that I didn't know before lack of experience, that Stripe, it charges an extra fee for payment installments.
Yeah.
Plus, it is more, as you are saying, it's
Yeah.
much more work from my side because I need to
Yeah.
check and all those
Hmm.
things. So what I'm gonna do is in the next launch, I'm gonna offer payment installments, but with 8% more for processing fees and just explaining in a
Right.
completely transparent way. I am
Yes.
offering payment installments to make it more accessible for you. However, there is an 8% or more for charging fees, processing fees. That's it.
Yes, because you have, right, because you have to cover your costs. Because here's the other
Yeah.
thing. If you're going to scale your business, is it possible? What is it going to cost you financially, emotionally, capacity wise, if you have 1,000 students on payment plans? 1,000 of
Exactly.
them.
I need
How do you
someone
manage that?
in
How
my
many
team.
fees, if
Yeah,
and you don't increase your fees, but you have a
yeah,
thousand students, that is
yeah,
not scalable. That's what
yeah,
it means when you look at your business right now and you have these little issues that you got to figure out. And we sometimes we get up in our heads and we're like, oh, but I don't want to do that to people, and that feels like I'm doing this or that. No, if you frame it that there's not a discount for the full price. That's not a discounted price. That's the actual price. The
mhm,
the increase is there only to cover those processing fees, right? I
mhm,
have to do that because otherwise I would lose the whole business. I wouldn't be able to help anybody. It's not scalable that way, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's changing our mindset too and how we think about that,
yeah,
because you don't need to feel bad or guilty for passing that cost along. That's just, it's a cost of doing business. There's some things we just have to accept. And then we can train people, right? We can let them know this does cost me more in money and capacity. And some people will be like, oh, okay, well, let me, pay a little extra attention to my expiration dates so that I don't become one of those
right.
people. But we have to think about what that system looks like. I know some
Yeah.
people, there's a couple of businesses, what they do, because they have the first thing that they do is they have a scholarship program. So other people that are part of their community or courses, especially high ticket ones, very, very specifically high ticket ones, they collect donations that you can sponsor a person. Now you can sponsor them directly. Like if you know somebody, I could be like, hey, I want to sponsor Judy for this program, right? So do that. You can do it anonymously. You can also just say you pick the person. It's you pick the person, anybody that applies, that whatever. And then publicly, my public options, right, are here's the full payment and maybe here's it split into two payments. Those are my only options on my site, right? But then I have a third option that says, if these don't work for you, please reach out to me and let's see what we can do, right? I want to know why it's an issue for you. And if it's this and this and this, and you fit the criteria, and I know that you are going to do this work, that's when you get the scholarship. That's when you get that money. And so now you have this whole system, right? Now you're authentically in this business, right? Where your pricing structure is transparent, it's ethical, right? And you're offering options for people who maybe cannot afford it, but do have the determination. Because here's the thing, some people, if you give them something for free, they will not use it or do anything with it because
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't have any value. They didn't really invest in it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But there are some people who will, if given an opportunity, but they need to qualify for
yeah.
that opportunity. And
Mhm,
and them qualifying is just a matter of their readiness, right? They're
mhm,
not ready now, but maybe they will be later, and you'll be open to it then. Some
mhm,
people also open up a lower on-demand, lower price thing when they're high ticket. And they've seen signal from a lot of people that would like to participate but can't afford to. Like if you're getting that, then that's a signal that you can maybe do an on-demand thing that has zero, like very little maintenance for you. It's just a digital delivery to help support those people, because that's a signal then for a need that you can fill and still help those people. Or if there's somebody else that you know that has that lower tier, that's where the collaboration comes in, right? Now you can send people to that lower tier person who's doing the lower ticket items that are more in that person's budget. And chances are also within their capacity as well, right? Because sometimes we need to go through this and experience this level before we're ready for this level. We need that foundational experience. So maybe there's someone in your network that you can direct those people to. And then those people, maybe they run into people all the time that, you know what, you're way above this. You're too advanced for what I'm doing. But you know what? I have this great friend that I know who is exactly what you need. And then they funnel those people to you, right? And you affiliate for each other, even. You give referral back to each other, or you just do it out of the kindness of your hearts, or however you want to do it, right? But now you have a whole system set up to care for those people that gives you less, and you can continue to scale the other one because you're charging enough money for your own capacity. You can hire people then to help as well, right? So, and you've set up this whole process where people can come to you. And so it's not where you have to manage 1,000 people on payment plans anymore. The only people you're managing on the payment plans are on things are the ones that you've specifically pre-qualified. You've maybe got some other people that have started to donate to your sponsorship stuff to help those people. Sometimes you could even do a fundraiser, right? Type thing. Here's this $10 PDF thing. The 100% of the proceeds of this go into a sponsorship fund for people who meet this criteria, who are struggling with this and this financially, and this can help them, right? So now you could even do that for those people, right? And that's being able to scale your business while still being transparent, still being ethical. Yeah.
So I have a question about that. Would you set that up as a course on the site, a fundraiser course, meaning you're collecting, like you could have
Yeah.
three tiers. You could have like, I don't know, $25, $50, $100, whatever,
Yeah, sponsorship. Yeah.
and say this is my scholarship. This is to donate to the scholarship fund, and there will be someone chosen. I don't know.
Yeah, and you can even on that core sales page, you can even have a form for people to
I mean,
submit recommendations,
something that I
to
have.
nominate people. That's what I
Right.
meant to
Something
say.
that I have been thinking is to offer scholarships because I know that there are people in India who are interested in what I have to offer, but they cannot afford paying a high
Hmm.
ticket as a European price. So I'm willing to offer scholarships, but I will create Google form asking some sort of questions to see who is
Right.
applying, why, and whether they represent my ideal client or not, and then
Yes, absolutely.
ask them how much can you pay? Because I had this case, someone from India who really, really, really wanted to join and said, Julia, I spoke to 3 people who may be interested in this course and they were interested, but they cannot make it. So I cannot pay the full price. I can pay 60%. So like, okay, no problem. So I allowed her to come in, but yeah, I would like to
Yeah,
look
no,
into
you can even
it.
on the
I
sales
yeah.
page for people who you want to donate, like Judy was talking about, using a course for that. You set up like here you can donate this, you can donate this. I would set up levels like for people to donate small amounts if they just want to contribute. So like here's a $25. If you can afford it, donate $25 to the fund. Do $100 one, that's a common one that people do. And then do one that is the full price of your program, right? Like
Mhm.
that's the sponsorship tier. If there's someone out there that wants to donate $2,000 for the price of the program, that course, that high ticket item, or $10,000, whatever high ticket that looks like for you, trust me, I know people who have high ticket programs that are in that $10,000 and above range, and they've had people sponsor full memberships for them. Okay.
Oh, wow.
They've also raised money and done fun like it does work when you set the system up and you're doing it and that's what you're presenting as who you are and what you do. That is the type of people you're going to draw to you. When these are the offers that you have, when you go through the proper vetting, you definitely have to have that system set up, what that looks like. You have to really go deep into that so that you know and monitor. constantly monitor the applicants, the people you bring in during your process, because that's your setup. That's you're validating whether or not this is going to work. You're setting up the donation thing, super easy to do. You set up the sales page. It doesn't, you get that going. If nobody ever donates, then you don't even have a process, right? Then it doesn't work for you. But if people start to donate, now you can do like a monthly update. Hey, this is how much we have towards a sponsorship, blah, blah, blah. Then you
Right.
can start
But
collecting
you will create a different page for sponsorships and collect the
yeah,
money.
just
Is
a core
a
sales
different
page.
thing, completely outside. Okay.
Just one product that's the course is called sponsorship opportunities, whatever, however you
Okay.
want to do that and give the options. You're not building the program. You don't even have to create the application yet for the people. Don't even think about that yet. Just put the page up. That is the lowest possible entry point to validate whether this is even going to work, right? If people start donating, right? Like you have to look at what's the cost of your program. What is the lowest amount I could get someone in the door for like a quarterly sponsorship or whatever. And so now that's your goal amount. So if you collect enough sponsorships, to get somebody in this amount of time, that's your signal that says, okay, people do want this. Now, let me go ahead and put out there. Now let me build the application
Mm.
for people to apply for this, right? Now you're taking the next step. You're not investing your time and energy and your emotions into building that out when you don't even know if you're going to get the donations to do it yet, right? You're validating, you're testing. And in testing, you're also marketing your position and your point of view in the world. So the people that you're working with are gaining a deeper insight into who you are and how you operate in the world. And so even people that maybe can't afford to donate or whatever to that cause, will more people will start to gravitate towards you that share your same feeling towards the world, right? So that's potentially gonna have that impact for you. It's telling the world who you are. So that's a really low um capacity, low effort thing that you can do. Put yourself out there, tell the world your point of view, and give them an opportunity to participate without it costing you a lot to do. And then if the world tells you and your people tell you, oh yeah, here's money, here's money, here's money, now, now you build, now you look at the application. And then when people start submitting the applications and you start interviewing them, that's where you're evaluating your process for onboarding people through the sponsorship, because you're going to see and learn the people who maybe weren't ready and what those signals look like, because the patterns will repeat, right? Patterns are facts. So those
Mhm.
patterns will repeat, so you can refine your application process. And that happens over a period of time. But you set up that system and that structure ahead of time to support you so that it's scalable and continue to grow with you until you just have this great system of sponsorship and application and an interview. And you will master knowing who, when you interview and fill out the application, you'll notice keywords, key things that are happening in people that don't follow through and the ones that do. And you will start to craft and pull in and curate the exact right people for your program if you set the system up properly. And everybody can, do something similar, just like that. Mm.
Thank you, Ali.
Would
You're
that,
very welcome.
so the people that would donate to that, their receipt would be a write-off, right?
Yes, it's a donation, absolutely. And you can come up, you do have to, there are some legalities, right? Because you can even take it to the level of doing um not just like sponsorships, but oh, my brain is just going do 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 do. But yes, tax write-offs, you want to have, you can have, you want to have like legal contracts, because if someone's sponsoring and donating money, you need to have some sort of terms of service of that donation, right? So there are legalities with those things you got to do too. Some people even set up bartering systems. But that it has to be like service for service has to be absolutely equal value. It can't be, and it has to be something. Unfortunately, bartering is very subjective. So, like for me, these are things I would barter. Like you may have this other thing that's really amazing, but it's not amazing for me because I don't need it. What would be of value to me is these things. So, if someone that needs my thing and I need their thing, and we can barter that with an equal whatever, that's
or an
a
exchange.
right. Yeah, you can do that too. But there's legalities with that, terms of service,
Mhm.
all of that. So you want to make sure you have that stuff so that you know which things you should do and which things you shouldn't do. And yeah.
Where could you find, I guess, sample contracts of that type of that type? I mean, could you find the information? I mean, that's not something I've ever done. So it's an interesting concept. I mean, obviously we've all donated to silent auctions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, where you're donating like a gift card for your services or a free this, a free session, or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of interesting to me because I'm thinking about very specific people that I know that would probably be really into this process, you know, to give back.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to make sure, yeah, that there's like terms of service, you know, listed. I mean, would you
Yeah.
list it right on that page where they're
Yeah, you could have a link to it. It could be,
right on the page or
it's gonna be, right, it's gonna be a checkbox. Just like with when they're subscribing to your email list, right? In order for this to be legit, you have to check that you read and agree to these terms. Now, obviously, you can't force people to read it, but it has to be real terms. And they have to be, that you can refer back to and say, hey, these were the terms. Did you read them? You know,
I mean,
trust me, people do that.
where would the checkbox be?
It just like
Yeah,
to submit.
yeah, yeah. When you buy a course, there is a checkbox as terms. I agree with the terms and conditions, so
Yeah,
you
in
can
order to
edit the
process
page,
payment.
terms and conditions, and put there whatever you want.
Oh, so the regular terms and conditions page could have a section that talks
Yeah,
about
yeah,
sponsorship.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And you,
anything. Yeah, you can
okay.
add it right in there. And these are terms. This is this. So that's just for like the purchase part of it. Or the donating part of it. Like there's also the end of it, like tax reporting wise, one of the things you want to be aware of is quite a few businesses take a general deduction of X dollar amount, right? That's standard. You're only itemizing deductions like this if they, especially for businesses and individuals, actually, um, if you have to itemize it, if it's you have to itemize if it's over a certain dollar amount that you're trying to deduct, right? Everybody gets the standard, and you don't even have to have the receipts to prove that. You should. I keep mine anyway. But if they're under a certain dollar amount for the year on your taxes, you don't have to itemize them, right? But if it's above that amount, now the government says, oh, we want to see. We want details. And that's when you need those receipts and those things. So on higher ticket programs, if you have a person that is donating a very large amount that they're going to want to deduct from their taxes, you're just going to want to make sure um, that they have their, receipt, that that you have everything set up so that they can do that.
I do believe I might be wrong. Inside of Zenler, a student can go into their account and they can access PDF receipts
Yeah.
for things they've purchased. I kind of
Yeah.
remember somebody doing that 2 years ago and telling me that the
Yeah.
process was pretty easy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
Maggie is waiting.
yes, I know. So I was gonna say, we've got a few. Deb says she's just listening in. I see Rohit. Hopefully, I'm saying your name
Mhm.
correctly. is here as well. If any, I know on Maggie's here and she has her virtual hand up on the screen. I can see it. And if anybody else has a question, there's a little heart react button down at the bottom that you can click on and it'll has the option to raise your hand. If you have a question, you can also type in the chat. And you all do have the ability to unmute your own mics and turn on your cameras. If you have a question or you want to participate in whatever conversation we're having, you're welcome to do so. And hi, Maggie. How are you doing today?
I am doing good. I do have questions on email broadcast. Um,
Okay. Did you, I want to ask you because I did post some stuff the week before last in community for you
oh,
on some of the email stuff that you were, I did tag you in it, but I know
oh,
you're busy and
okay.
doing stuff and no, not everybody's in the habit of checking community lately. So,
That's me. Okay.
but
Um,
so did you get that import, export the new people, those 13 people?
yes,
Did you get it
yes,
figured out? Oh,
yes.
okay, good,
That was
good.
that was a little bit of a nightmare, but finally did. So I
Okay,
had
good.
everyone that was in MailerLite now over to Zenler. So I was planning on sending my first email out. I was all excited. And I ran into a couple things. I added some images, but when
hmm
I previewed the email, you don't see the images. I can see them. I see them on the preview, but the test email does not show the images. And then I sent it to someone else. They didn't see the images.
Oh,
So
I'm
that
not
was,
sure. Okay, so
and then
I
also,
will send a message to the team about that one because the only other thing I can think is if the image isn't, if the size of the image is what I'd be wondering about. Like if it's a certain size that it's so large that it's taking too long to process once in their email that it's just not showing in the email. I don't
yeah, I don't know.
know. I don't know what that could be because that
Yeah,
sounds weird.
because I added them, I uploaded them to the media library first, and then just took the links from there. And then also at the very bottom, there's a place for the social media.
So
So
you
like,
took the link, so you didn't put the image in the email,
no, the image is supposed to be in the email.
but you put the, okay, here, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay,
Let's look at how you did it just in case.
okay.
Get my face out the way. Okay. And you can all see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so email broadcasting.
Mhm.
Now, Maggie, are you using the new email broadcast thing or are you using the old just basic email editor?
I don't know. I'm using mine looks just like that. I didn't know there was an old version.
Or, well, when you create new,
Okay.
let's see, create. Okay, so now we just say all, because that's what I'm
Mhm.
doing here. Move that
Right.
out of my way. And then when we click next,
Hmm.
yeah, whatever. So now we're either choosing a template
Yep.
or down here, there's this option to switch to classic, which is just a basic, um, it's just an email editor then, right?
Oh,
It's just
oh,
this. Okay. So
okay.
you can do that, or you can choose, you go back and when you're setting this up, you choose, one of the templates.
Okay. Well, and it's interesting because I didn't know to do that, but I
Oh,
watched
okay.
a YouTube video and his screen looked like yours, and there was a place where you could like make the font bigger, do all these things, and I thought the other way there wasn't. At least I couldn't find it. So
Yeah,
maybe.
no, it's a little tricky if you don't know it's there because they hide it. Because here's the thing, um, people really like templates and they like, that's the new email editor, these templates, right? But
Mhm.
we give you access to that old editor in case, you're just old, some people, need time to learn how to,
Right.
take advantage of templates or, we don't want to, we, a lot of software companies do that. They leave access to older versions of what they have in
Okay.
case there are people that just really still need that way.
Okay. That would be me.
Yeah, so when you're
Yeah.
creating the new broadcast, once you get to the section where all the templates are,
Hmm.
that is where you're gonna choose the classic editor. I already chose it, so it's taken me right into it.
Okay.
So in here, when you do a photo, you're adding it from the spot that says image and you're uploading or choosing.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
I was uploading. Well, actually choosing because I added it to the media library.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're clicking on
Yeah.
photo and doing choose and adding it in there. Okay. So that's a big one. Let me see preview what this looks like. So you're saying when you preview, it shows up, right?
When in the preview it does, but now I wasn't doing, yeah, I was doing um not the old editor I was doing, but I didn't see where you,
Okay. Well, I'll go into the old editor too. It's the same. I mean, it should be the same, but
it wasn't showing that strip at the top where you can make words bold or increase the font or change the
yeah,
font.
I mean, it's there. It's just not in the same
Okay,
spot.
not obvious.
Right. And if you're choosing a template for some reason, it just doesn't tend to show up. Like David was going through the process and showing, he's got a video showing how it's really actually way easier for you to create your own template starting from scratch than to try to edit one of these
Uh,
because like some of the features and functions are missing from these for some reason.
yeah, I used the
So,
second one.
huh?
With I used that one. I chose the
This
second one. The
This one,
second,
just this one? Okay.
no, the one
So
next.
we'll
Okay.
go ahead and try that right now just to see. So nothing's changed in this one, but here's the preview. Okay.
And then where I clicked personalize first name on the sample or the test email, it said my email. So it said Maggie Williams 5 at 504, which is my email address. And then it had my little tag. And then
And
the
so now you were in here. So how did you put a picture?
well, I didn't pick that one. I picked the template that was next to that one where there was a guy jumping. It had a
Oh,
picture,
you said
which
you
is,
picked the second one, so that's why I picked that one.
oh,
I
well,
said
I
this
meant
one, and you
second.
said yes. And I said, okay.
I
All
was
right,
thinking
here, we'll
second.
try this again.
Yeah. I was, when you said, I said second because it was the second box.
So this one. So the
Yes.
first one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, I guess so.
Okay, so this picture, are you just leaving that picture in there?
No, I replaced it. What I thought
Okay,
was,
so,
and I
okay.
wanted to,
So how did you replace it? What did you do
I
to
clicked
replace it?
on it, scroll down a little. Okay. Scroll. Okay, go up actually. There was a plus on the left. Keep going up.
Oh, up here?
Yeah. Well, and there's an image symbol too. Actually, it was the image symbol.
Is this what you used?
Hmm. And then I went to the media library. I grabbed the link. I put it where it says URL. And I could see it just like you can see that.
So you did just that. I clicked choose file. I did not paste a URL. What did you do?
Oh, I pasted a URL.
Okay, so I clicked choose file,
Oh,
right? and
Okay.
now it uploaded the picture in there.
Okay. But as I
Um,
was doing it, I could see the picture. I could see the images as I
I
did it.
know, I'm just telling you, I don't know the functionality and how that
Oh,
pasting the URL versus selecting it from your computer and directly uploading it to the thing. I don't know what the difference of that is. You understand? That's what I'm saying. There could be totally different functionality attached to those.
okay. And then
Um,
also at the bottom where you see the social media, I clicked on the Facebook and then I went and grabbed my personal Facebook and Instagram. I put those in, but in the test email, it just shows the generic Facebook number.
where did you put them?
Um, okay, click on that one was tricky. Let me think. Okay, see okay, go back all the way up to the top again. And you see the three, the little line. No, not that one, the one next to it, the two dots. Two dots. I think it was that one. Yes. So I clicked on, yeah, on the Facebook. I deleted Twitter because I don't have it. And
So let's see, link.
mhm.
Um, what the, I know I think that's my alt text Instagram. That's not save, giving me a save here. Edit.
Yeah, I'm used to everything having update, and this was,
Let me see.
yes.
So, okay, it saved it in there, even though I didn't hit save it. When I clicked away, it saved. So the Instagram one should have it, I think. Um, but here, let's see, let's preview what this looks like. Now, did you click on it in the preview?
Um,
I don't know if if it's gonna let me in the
it
preview.
didn't, it didn't work
Yeah,
in
but
the
okay, so let me um I
actual.
will send myself a test. I'll enter subject. Come on, girl. Hello. Hello. Now send test. Thank you. Now I'm gonna check it and see if I see anything on mine from doing it this way.
Okay.
Let's see. What am I checking? Oh, email. That's what I'm checking. There's one. Have not gotten it yet, I don't think. Oh, no,
You haven't gotten it.
I'm not getting it. I mean, this is a test site. I don't really have it set up properly, so that could be why I could have something
Okay.
not checked off on here.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
well, I can see it in the preview, and I don't know. I can. Let's see. What's your email, Maggie? Or a
Maggie,
test, a junk one.
you said a what?
Let me see. Let me try a different one. I
My
just
Gmail account, I can't send testing emails to it.
no.
Mm-mm. No,
So
for
well,
some
let
reason I
me.
can't.
Well, I got it. I did get the test, but
Was it to a Gmail account?
and it was a Gmail,
Yeah,
but
but is it
it
a
was the test. It was the test.
no, Maggie, is it a Gmail account that is like your business name, not just a generic Gmail account?
It's just a generic one,
Oh, and you did get it.
and I did get it. Hmm.
But is that your registered email address that goes out to your students?
No.
And you did get it. Okay. Well, I don't know then, because I don't get the test emails unless I use my business account.
Oh,
Yeah, Maggie, you're right. I did get it, and there is no image and so far, and the things did not
oh, the social media links.
none of the social media images are even there. There's just weird boxes.
Exactly.
Um,
That's what I got.
yeah, okay. So,
Well,
um
what I can do, it
I've
isn't.
got these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send this. Did you send in a support ticket for this already, Maggie?
No, no, I just
Okay,
figured.
so don't do that, all right?
Okay.
I'm gonna create one, okay,
Oh, let's see.
for you because
Okay.
I'm gonna screenshot this
Okay.
um I'm gonna do that right now.
And then while we're on the call, I'll go ahead and try the editor and see if it works.
No, I mean I just did Maggie or oh, the editor instead of
The other
this.
one.
That is a good thing to check. Definitely go ahead and do that for yourself and see if
Right.
the new one or what this issue is. And again, it could be the image size, it could be, I don't know. I don't know why these won't show up. That's native, that's part of the template. And
Right.
it's not even showing in the email. They're just empty square boxes. Like they don't even
Exactly.
look like this. They're just
Right. Sort of
square
green.
outlines, a weird
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So yeah, so there's something going on there, Maggie. So
Okay.
I'll send that over to the team
Okay.
so that we can check what's going on there.
Okay. Um,
Anything else?
yes. And this is also along with email, just your thoughts. I send out 2 emails a week, and one is an evergreen. It's weekly tips, health tips. And I want to repurpose them. And I want to, for example, I was sending one on people having issues with allergies and strawberries. I'd like to be saving these so that next spring they just become evergreen. I can save them. They're seasonal. When the holidays come, different times of the year, that I can just pull those up. Is there a way? I hear people talk about automating evergreen emails. And one person mentioned using a funnel, but then if it was a funnel, as new people come in, they're not necessarily getting the new things. Are they getting the old thing? I wasn't sure how that all works.
Oh, well, no, it's just any funnel you set up, Maggie. When you set up the funnel, you do a funnel and you program in the emails, right? And you program in the timing for them. Do you know how to do that? Have you set up an email sequence
Well, I
before?
have done a funnel, but the issue is if somebody signs up in,
No, okay. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm asking a question first, okay? So, have you set up a funnel
yeah,
sequence before where you've programmed day 0, day 2, day 3, day 4? Okay. So, so in that case, that is what a sequence is. That's an automated delivery of those. Once they're in there, that's what you just said is, can you set it up evergreen, right? Anytime someone subscribes, they're getting that sequence exactly as you have it set up every time they go into that funnel. So that is what evergreen means. It lives there forever. Every new subscriber goes through it and it's just evergreen. It's sitting there.
okay. But what I'm asking is, for
Okay.
example, this one goes out today.
hmm
So if I put this in a funnel, somebody
But
that
today, like as marked as the date specifically for today, or is it day 2, day 3? Right? That's what I'm asking you. Have you ever set up an email sequence, automated
I have a
sequence
welcome
that
sequence,
delivers day 0, day 2, day 3, day 5, day whatever? It's
I
no
have
specific date on it.
right. Well, that's the problem. I have an email welcome sequence, and it does the first day, 2 days later, 3 days
Okay.
later. But
Right.
I'm saying, can I do a funnel that is totally different? It isn't because what I don't want is to have somebody get this email in October when strawberries aren't an issue. Or if I do an email about, barbecuing in the summer, here's a great recipe. They don't need to get that in December. Maybe what I'm saying
Okay, so what so you're not talking you're not okay. So what you're talking about more would be um a scheduled email broadcast. So it's not
right,
part of a sequence, it's not part of of an
not a
automated
funnel.
funnel at all. So
No.
yes, what you would do is you would go into that little email thing, right? And you would create your template, you would paste in that email, right? And then you would save it as a template, okay? And you would name that template what month you want to send it in, right? So strawberry season is May strawberries would be the template name, right? So then what you do is you can do a couple of things. You can then duplicate that, name it its thing, right? Name it a real title. Edit anything in the email that you want to add that particular strawberry season, maybe a little note, maybe a photograph of your strawberries. Here's what mine are looking like this year. How about you? Right?
Mhm.
And then you go and instead of send now, you schedule. And you schedule that to go on, May 3rd, whatever day it is,
Okay.
right? And now that's set to go evergreen, right?
Okay.
Now, for you in your calendar, you're going to want to set up a reminder for May 1st every year or April, whatever strawberry season is beginning.
Mhm.
You're going to set up a reminder to go into your template, your May template, strawberry template. You're going to duplicate it. You're going to change a few things. You're going to put in some information for this year's strawberry season.
Okay.
Edit it a little so it's fresh because the same people may get it. It's a year later because it's the next
Right.
season. But you
Ex-
still want to put something fresh, a new picture in there. Hey, it's strawberry season again, everybody, right?
Right.
And then send it. It takes minutes to do
Okay.
that. And then set up those reminders. You set up a template for each season that you want to talk about. It doesn't necessarily have to be strawberries. It could
Right.
be spring, summer, fall template.
Exactly.
And
Okay.
then
That's
you
what
set it
I'm.
up and you can schedule them to go out, and then you can set reminders in your calendar to remind you to go to that one and set it up so you can templatize it. You can just add that year's little tidbits and then send it out again. So it
Okay.
would be that's a pretty you should be able to figure out a pretty simple workflow for yourself with that will help you remember it. Um,
Okay.
and
They were
set up.
saying a funnel, but really, I don't want a funnel.
Right.
I
No, it's the opposite of a funnel. That's why I said, like, I wanted to clarify the question. A funnel and a sequence
right.
are different than like it's a different way to do it. But yes, totally preset them. You could sit down in one setting, copy and paste over the spring template thing, you know, summer, fall, winter, and just get
Okay.
them set. And then you just go in and say, oh, let me send this one off, schedule it, whatever. So it can go out ahead of time. It's
Okay.
not something you have to be there to push right that second. You can
That's what I
schedule
want.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
definitely.
All right.
Okay.
That's what I needed. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sarah's saying she has an evergreen email sequence that goes out on a Friday. People will get different emails depending on how long they've been with me. It's not season dependent, though. I also do a weekly newsletter that I write live. Yeah, I have email sequences set up where there's a bit of cross tagging if they're subscribed to multiple emails of mine, it tags them, unsubscribes them from all the emails and sends them just one email for those things that's related to them, if that makes any sense. And it goes out whenever. So they're getting something a little different And the fun thing about sequences, I like with what Sarah's saying, you can go in and add one, and send now and kind of like and filter for people who have done certain things within your funnel. They've opened a certain number of emails or they didn't open an email. So now you've sent in something with a different, yeah, you send something with a different headline or whatever to test it out. But yeah, that's fun. That is fun.
Allie, I do have a question related to this.
I do have an answer for you on the email thing
Oh,
already.
good. Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of it because my brain is glitching out. But here's the thing. As soon as I remembered and I went into my email and all I had to do was designate it not spam. And as soon as I did, the oh, it's hard. You can't up there.
oh, yeah, I see the image.
The green screen, it came up. And so did the Instagram link, right? So what happens is when email is marked as spam, what happens is that it removes any links and doesn't make them accessible to the people to protect them from clicking them, okay? Because spam links could be dangerous, malware on your computer, like bad things can happen.
Right.
So in spam, it removes links. Okay. So you need to, and we talked about this before. And I know that's what I put in community for you from 2 weeks ago is you need to authenticate your email domain. Okay.
Okay.
So it has to be authenticated because that improves your deliverability. If you don't have authentication, right, you're going to get it's going to go to spam and it's going to remove the links. So what you need to do is you need to tell people, even in your emails, if you're having trouble with it and people are saying, "Hey, Maggie, I can't get in," just be like, "Hey, if this is marked spam, they got to go to the three little dots in the corner, upper right hand corner, and click on it, and it's in red. It says um, mark not spam. You click that, it automatically puts it into your inbox and restores all the links. So the image is there, the social media links are there. So put a little message at the bottom of your email if to mark safe, if links or photographs are not visible in this email, please go up into the right hand corner and mark not spam and they will appear, right? It's just giving them that information for themselves.
Now, but my email is authenticated.
Well, then, well,
Hmm.
there's things. There's the support doc. I think I put that in
Okay.
the community as well. I'll tag you in it again. Um, because David does have the list in there on the things that you can do to double check that you're not inadvertently doing things. Certain kinds of links, images, certain words and ways that you might format your email signal to different providers that it's spam. So you have to go through the checklist to make sure you're not doing those things in your email because that will hurt as well. And you have to double check that the domain email authentication has worked, that's in place.
Okay.
You have to double check it. Because if it's marked as spam, that's what they have to do. They have to mark it as not spam.
Hmm.
And the more, emails that you send, if your domain is authenticated and people are marking you safe, there's processes you can go through to get your deliverability rates better.
Okay.
But definitely do that. Go, yeah, Judy, do you have something to say on this or is it something separate? Oh, she put her hand up. I didn't know if it was for this. But I don't know. Do you have and now you said you had another question, Maggie. Did you have another question?
Okay. It's sort of back to what we were talking about before. I do have the welcome sequence that's set up. So any new subscriber automatically goes into that funnel. But what I'm wondering if is there how do I tag them so that they don't automatically start getting my regular emails that I start sending out, because I don't want to bombard them. So if they sign up tomorrow and they start getting the welcome sequence, which is 5 emails, and then I'm sending out my regular ones, they could potentially be getting all these extra. So is there a way, or?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. If they're in your welcome sequence, right? You don't want them getting the other emails yet.
Exactly.
Okay. So, because you want them to get welcome first and then come in. So
Then,
what you would do here, let me share my screen. Because I know the order, my brain needs to see it in order
okay.
to go through it. By the way. Okay. So, let's see. And what are we doing? We're doing tagging for people to get emails. So, okay, so the welcome sequence is set up where?
In the funnels, marketing funnel.
It's set up in marketing funnels. And
Mm-hmm.
then what you want, so marketing funnels, you have a 5 email welcome sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me see. Details. What am I doing? Come on. Help, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Okay, so funnel welcome sequence. And then the other one you just send out from your weekly broadcast, right?
Right.
Okay. So um the first thing, let's see. The first thing we want to do is set up on the email broadcast. You want to set up a filter,
Oh.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, add filter. Um, not, not subscribed or subscribed. What do I want? Um, good. Just want to make sure I get the best option. I would say not subscribe to funnel, right? And we're going to use the help funnel as the one we're setting up, and then save. So
Not.
if they're not subscribed to that funnel, right, they will get this email broadcast that you send out. If they're subscribed to the funnel, they're not going to get this. So what you need to do now is you need to come over here to this funnel, okay? And this is important because you got to set up a process to remove the tag after the last email goes out so that they're no longer subscribed to this funnel.
Oh,
in
so it's
order in order for them to get the email broadcasts later, right? So it's just filtering and tagging. And I'm not sure if I can do it with unsubscribe. We might need to do it with tags instead. So what you would do is you would come in here and let's see. Yeah, let's see. Add action. Yeah, let's do that. Remove tag. And what is the tag? Remove tag. Oh, no, maybe I can't. From subscription. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we're filtering. We want to unsubscribe them. So anybody who is subscribed to this funnel, help. I think it's going to be easier to just do tag. So what we do first is add an action, which is add a tag. And this tag is going to be something simple that you can remember, Maggie, because this is on the funnel, which is the welcome sequence, okay?
Right.
So what we want to do is we're going to add the tag that says welcome, okay? Because that's your
Okay.
welcome sequence. You only have one of those, and that's what's happening. Oh, tag required. Wait, where is it? Oh, action name. Oh, that's the action. Never mind. Sorry. Tag, same thing. So welcome. Okay, so we're gonna save that. Yes, make it live. So now, the moment they subscribe, they're tagged welcome. Okay. So now that's the added tag, right? We turn these on, doesn't matter. Then we're gonna add action. How many days is your email sequence?
5. Well, days, it's basically 1 is immediate, 2, 4, 6. Actually, maybe it's just 4. It's either 4 or 5, but uh,
Days
days.
total from day 0 to day whatever?
I think, you
Like
know
how
what?
many?
It's 6. It's 6 days.
6 days? Okay.
Mhm.
So 7 days after
Okay.
the subscription, we're removing the tag welcome.
Okay, so the action still is remove tag. So we added a
Right.
tag and then we remove it.
Right. So the first step, these are just the emails. So that one's day 0.
Right.
Okay. This one's that's the action. We leave that one. This one's the other tag. Wait, that's send email. This one is remove tag. Do I have
Mhm.
2 remove tag? 0 add tag,
There's
remove
one.
tag. Oh, why is this one not on? But this one is 7 days. Save. Okay, so we got send email, add tag, email. We're gonna send this one, and that one's day 1. And then we're gonna do this one, give them a day off, do day 3. Yes. Okay, let's make sure. So, email, add tag, email. Okay, I have 2 remove tag things now. So after 7 days. So, okay, so we can remove one of those. Okay. So after they get the emails, the tag is removed. So
Okay.
now what you're doing when you do your email broadcasting is you're setting it up, okay?
Hmm.
So that when you add the filter, we're gonna edit this one. We're gonna delete it because they're gonna stay subscribed to that funnel. We just want to go this on tags. Um, so adding this group, and we're gonna say um user tag. Wait. I know, sorry, my brain takes a second to make it make sense. I confused myself. So we want to send this email is getting sent to people.
Who aren't, who
User
are,
tag does not contain. uh,
that's interesting wording.
we're going to fill out user tag contains. It's not here. Let's get rid of this. I don't know why it's not giving me my tag.
What about the one, if you pick the funnel one, would you be able to pick the funnel so that it wouldn't, and then you could choose welcome sequence?
No.
There was one that said funnel.
An untitled group. These are welcome people. And we're going to add the filter. And the filter for welcome people is they are user tag contains. I don't know why it's not giving me my tag. Maybe because nobody's applied for it. Um, Subscribe to funnel help. Welcome, choose none. There we go. So subscribe to funnel. No. Well, yeah, that will, but then how do I don't know. My brain is not braining on this. I don't know why my tag isn't showing up. It could be because I've not used it. I'm not sure. But this is, I would recommend create a tag in your marketing funnel for people who have subscribed
Mm-hmm.
and then um remove the tag so that they
Right.
get sent the email. That's what it's gonna where did it go? That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be adding and removing tag for that
Mm-hmm.
funnel because the subscribe to funnel, and here's what I want to caution you, okay, for everybody, like subscribe, unsubscribe. Like, here's the problem that I want you to be aware of. If you unsubscribe someone from a funnel, then you're losing data. When you download your students' data and stuff, you won't have it here that they were in this funnel. Like those are things you need, that permanent tag, right? You never want to remove a tag that someone had been in a funnel. You want to be able to filter your people from now until forever to know whether they were ever in that funnel or not. And
Oh,
if you remove the funnel tag, you won't be able to. So you'll lose information because in other emails that we send, we can say we only want to send this email to people who have never been in this funnel. And that's very important because they already know and they've already been through this. We only want to send this information to people who've never been through that funnel. But if you start removing funnels and unsubscribing people from things, it's different to unenroll them in something because um like you will still have student data and stuff like that, right? But if you unsubscribe them from specific things like that, and then it just removes that data and it makes that filter in your sending emails irrelevant if you do that.
so
You know,
don't
other
make one.
Right. Don't unsubscribe them from the funnel. Like, don't come in here and say, let's unsubscribe all those people, right? Because from the funnel now that they've completed it, so I don't have to deal with it. Because now, if you ever want to go back and see who actually completed your welcome sequence and where they clicked and where they dropped off, you don't have that information anymore because you unsubscribed it.
Gotcha.
So you can't filter for that kind of thing. You can't filter, let me send a fresh email to all the people who didn't open email 3. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be
That
missing
makes
out.
sense. That does make
Yes.
sense.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that it's a matter of adding a tag and removing a tag. And I'm gonna see if I can find, I'll make sure to tag that first section for you, Maggie, where I showed you how to add and remove tags in the sequence, because that part you'll need to do. And then we'll figure out how to apply that tag
Okay.
in here. And if you check back, do you know where community is? Because it was missing for a while. Here's my screen.
Perfect.
On the navigation, if you come to tutorial site now, the Zenler community link is now there for you all to access. And the Zenler community on the site is this, okay? And so I've got the pin post, and I will tell you all that I'm behind on putting up the support
Yeah.
desk digest, but I have them, right? I've templatized this for myself so it's easy. The 2 weeks ago, I thought I posted it and I didn't. And I didn't realize that until last week when I was like, oh, I don't have time to do it right now. I'll do it later. And then I was like, oh, shoot, now I'm literally 3 weeks out. But it's literally, I didn't do it yesterday and go ahead and post the other 2 weeks just to show you all, like, this is what it looks like in business when you're supporting your own capacity. Like, this information is still, all of them will be here. Before the end of today, the other three will be here. And it really, I have it templatized. It's going to be a very quick and easy process. It just happened to be that they were gone. But once they are, you will have a full, all of these digests from every single week that I've since I started doing that, the data and the information is still going to be there for you. And also, Deborah figured some stuff out. She's popping in community quite a bit lately. Judy's posting in there. Oh, I did have a fun Zenler community discovery. Y'all should check that out. Um,
I find the one that you,
I mean, you can type, like, actually, let's test it out live on Facebook. Maggie. Oop,
so you just put my name and it pops up.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Okay, let me try it too.
Um,
No,
there we
no.
go. Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
So, um, so that's your sender email. I did
good.
that one, and I tagged you in the comments. So how to update your sender email in Zenler, okay?
Okay.
And then what did you want? Oh, payment plan and a course. So Neetu answered that.
Where did you click to?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. Let me stop sharing and
So I
go
can.
back and yeah, let me figure out what I did. Okay. So what you're doing is the search in community, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in community.
So this is really weird. You have search results. I can't go back. I don't like it. That's ugly.
Okay, I
Here,
was in.
let's do this. Let's come back into support to the community and see what happens. That was weird. I didn't like it. So when you type in the search,
Hmm.
you're searching for keywords, right?
Hmm.
So in this case, I'm typing in Maggie and just hitting enter. But when I do that, it takes me to a page that I can't navigate or go back from because it's lost all things. So this shouldn't be working this way. This is weird. Look, it's still lagging. I don't see anything. Those posts aren't coming up now. There they are. But now, oh goodness. Um,
Okay.
So that's there. How to update sender email. I guess if you click on it, now it opens up the post. This is a weird functionality, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, and I'm out of here. I can't go back. I'm not in community anymore now. It's gone. I can't go back anywhere.
Uh,
Is this thing hiding it down here? What is this?
okay, let me.
I'm in this editor thing. What is that? Is this my computer? I think so. Or Zoom? I don't know. Yeah, I'm like stuck in search. I don't like it. But that is how you search. When you do search, you may get locked out. I don't know why that's happening. I should be able to go back, or there should be something here to click that takes me back to the feed or something, right? I don't know.
What browser are you in?
I'm in whatever this is.
Okay, when I typed my name in
I don't
that
know.
search, nothing came up, but that's okay. I'll play with it.
Yes, I know. You keep doing it. And when you have your name in there and you wait, sometimes it's just that it's really slow.
Okay,
And
in
it
that
takes a
case,
long time for something to populate. But if things populate and it's not what you typed in. If it's not whatever, take a screenshot of that and send it to me
Okay.
because it happens to me a lot too. I don't understand the search functionality and how they have it. Because it ranks the oldest post first. Like if I typed in, I don't know, let's see if it does it again. Support desk. Digest.
Yeah, mine is saying no
See,
results.
this is Dave, this is what comes up. This post from 8 months ago is what
Mm.
comes up as the first result for Support Desk Digest. Does that look like it's relevant to my query? Does it match exactly? No, it only matches two, but this post has been here longer, so we're going to give it first dibs. Now, 3 months ago, it gives you this one from Support Desk Live. Still no digest in that one. Reference shelf still says Support Desk Digest. And look at this. Now somebody from 6 months ago, no Support Desk Digest, even though right here is a full post with the exact words, like 5 or 6 down. And this one's from February. It's not even the most recent one. So the search results in here make zero sense to me. I don't know how they're finding them. I don't know what the logic behind is. And I would like it explained to me, except it has not been able to be done. So the more people that say, hey, this isn't working the way I would think it is, and we send that to the team, then maybe they will make a search functionality that's actually relevant and something that will work for us.
Yeah,
That's
I just tested it on Chrome and I can't get back.
yeah, and you can't get back, and the results are irrelevant.
Yeah.
This post from 8 months ago from David, completely 100% irrelevant. We don't need to see it. And still one, two, three, four, four posts before the actual one with all the words. And I've also tried it where I go ahead in the search box and even though I can't do that there, I got to come back here and go back to community again to so many navigation things. No wonder none of you come in here. Let's see. Um,
Now, if we have
I
questions,
was gonna do this. So on some, if you search exact term only, right? That's what this means. It means you're looking for this exact term only when you put in the quotation marks. It's not just search for these keywords, it's this exact term. And it still didn't. It gave the exact same results. So yeah. Anyway,
if we have an issue, it's support at new Zenler or just Zenler?
um,
Yeah, I had a question about that. Like some stuff says Zenler, some says new Zenler.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
yeah,
is it
I don't know. I'm
okay?
not, that's above my pay grade. I'm sorry. It's very inconsistent. I agree. And I would certainly be sending emails and commenting about it so that the team know you're confused about it. If you don't tell them, they don't think it's an issue. I think it's an issue. So because it is for me, I get confused, but I don't say it, but you just said it. So you should tell
Well,
them that too.
yeah, I never know when I tell somebody I don't even know what the company name is. It's like, well, is it New Zenler or is it Zenler?
Right.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I did it.
You should ask them for clarification.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, because this says by Zenler, but this says support.new Zenler. I don't know.
All right. So
Okay,
I
I'll
have a
send it to
question
both.
when Maggie's done. I have a question.
No, I'm done. I'm going to send mine to both new and regular.
And no, it's Zenler. It's support at Zenler.com. Just like I'm Allie at Zenler.com.
Okay.
Okay. That's my email. So the email for support is support at Zenler.com. I do understand why you're confused as of which one it is, but I would definitely mention that every time. I would just mention that here and there to official support channels
Okay. Thank you.
What
for
does your
sure.
t-shirt say?
Yeah,
Yeah, what does your t-shirt say?
exactly.
Does it say Zenler or New Zenler?
Yeah, mine says Zenler.
You get a baseball cap that says new.
Yes. And then the shirt says Zenler. Yeah. Well, like it's one of those things where this is the kind of thing that as a business owner, you kind of have to think about when you're launching programs and you're doing branding and you're naming things stuff because they did new Zenler because they did this whole new business model, right? They just did this whole big change and they did it in beta, right? They were in beta. So that's why it was new Zenler. They needed to test, they needed to build, they needed to do these things. And once they were getting to the Zenler, it's just really hard to train a whole bunch of people on a new version. And they already had these links out there. It's just, yeah, it just gets, you have to manage it. And unfortunately, like with software companies, especially, you have so many different members of the team, and then you have members of the community, and we all use it's that language gap we talk about a lot, right? Maggie and I, when we were just talking a little bit ago, she was saying in evergreen like sequence, which is not the same thing as scheduling and sending something out in that way. Like that's a different type of evergreen, but we need to learn from each other that we're using the right words. And it does get confusing. I'll mention it to the team again about getting consistent with our messaging and some of the words that we use. Um, because I'm confused sometimes too. So, for sure.
Okay.
Even support desk. This is live support desk. Except we've told you for many, many years that if you have technical problems, only support at Zenler.com can handle that. And I used to do onboarding and demos for Zenler and live sessions all the time. But this live support desk started and it's a live support desk. So everybody who had a technical problem will come on the show and be like, this doesn't work. No, that's for support at Zenler. This is educational support. This is workflows. This is let's get your system set up. But because of the language, they're using the same words to describe two different things. And so it makes sense to them. They go, well, if they don't understand it, that's their problem. Well, yeah, but it's kind of our problem too. It's probably why a lot of people don't misunderstand things. They don't know, oh, is this a support? Is this education? Is this a tutorial? Is this a demo? What is it? Is this tech support? Because it kind of is. I mean, we do some techie stuff in here, right? We test, but I don't know. So yeah, I get confused, but not everything that confuses me confuses other people. And if other people aren't confused by it, then good. I'm
Okay.
easily confused.
Okay. So I wanted to, if I can ask you this,
Okay, you can.
and this is a good segue because I think I was using the wrong language when I messaged you.
Oh, okay.
So here's what I want to do. I want to have this membership. I have these people that buy all my courses throughout the year. And I've had people come to me and say, could you have like a membership so that it's, like discounted or whatever, so that if they're buying all my courses. So when you said to me that you can't add a live to a bundle, my lives are inside a course.
Right. Like I said, courses can be added to bundles,
Yeah.
but
So,
individual live sessions cannot be added separately
which
to a
I don't even
bundle.
know what that is, which is funny because I don't think I've ever done that. But so if I set this up as a membership and they pay for the year, as each
Mm.
course is designed, I add it to the bundle. And then the people who don't want the membership can buy that course independently, like a la carte.
Okay, okay, okay. So now this is different. Okay. Okay. So you are talking about
Like this would be limited to a
this
certain,
is this is a punch card. This is your version of a punch card. You sign up for
yeah.
the store card. Sign up for public store card And now you always get the sale price or you get the whatever price. It's automatic when you do this. So, okay. And so they're members, and now every time they buy a course, they get a discount. It goes in the
No, no, no,
bundle.
no, no. No, what I was going to do is they buy this 1 year membership, and each course is added into the bundle as soon as I design the course. You know, as soon as it's ready to go live for the a la carte people that just want to buy that one course, this course gets added into the bundle for the people that bought the bundle ahead of time.
Okay.
I mean, I played with it yesterday and it seems like it'll work.
That will work, Judy. You're right. I'm in offers like that. I'm in something called an everything offer, and basically every time the content creator puts out a new course, I automatically get it for free. It's included in my bundle, but she also sells it separately to other people.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of the content, Allie, that I'm teaching, it expires really quickly.
Okay.
Like it's changing so fast.
I know, I know.
And so like it has no shelf life.
Yes.
So I thought, well, for the people that are investing this money
Regularly.
regularly, I wanted to give them something of value. And I've already built trust with them. I mean, I would call them my friends. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely,
you
Judy.
know, and so I thought, well, if I do this 12-month bundle that would be 10 courses, you know, with a buy it one time price, and then each course will get added into that bundle as soon as I program it. I mean, but honestly, like some of this stuff, I'm not even sure what I'm going to be teaching by August because I don't know what changes are going to come up. You know, so like there's things I'm teaching. There's things like there was a class I just taught 2 months ago that didn't exist a month before that.
Right.
Like the technology didn't exist.
The technology
Yeah.
didn't exist and it was. So
Yeah.
yeah, like, and maybe I would think about in your industry, like I would think about how you're talking about that. I'd think about what you call it. Like what are terms in your industry that people would understand as more like
They a lot of
continuing education.
yeah, a lot of photographers would refer to it as a subscription.
Yeah,
But
and it
I didn't want to
is.
do that. I was going to call it a 1 year membership or a 1 year. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It needs a name.
Right, it needs because here's the thing. Because you also want them to realize too that you've got all of this because if they start buying individual courses, if someone's new to you and they buy, you know, a couple of courses and then they decide they want your membership, the
Oh, so
membership would be evergreen. So I'm
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
think
no,
when
no,
they join.
no, no, no. So this is going to start in May, and there's nothing that exists yet that they could have already bought a la carte. And it's going to be limited. I'm only going to let a certain number of people get this special deal. Like I'm going to
Okay.
cut it off at a certain
So
number.
it's a secret thing. It's not out there public. Anybody
It'll
can
be
just do
public,
it.
but it'll be like limited availability.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not letting 100 people sign up for this. Um, I just I wanted something for the people that have been very loyal.
Yeah, and that for that, yeah, absolutely. You can do that. And then it's just that one and done. You set it up and then they're getting access through the different prices, but everybody has access to the lives, whoever's in that course. You'd have 10 people in the course, five of them are members and the other five aren't. They just bought the one-off course, but they're all together in your class,
Right, right,
right?
right, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, probably what I would do is once it sold out, I would probably make it secret so that it doesn't even show up on the site for confusion purposes.
Yeah, absolutely, I would. Or, I mean, it will say sold out or whatever, but and then instead, what you can do is on pages like that, that's where custom blocks, you can leave the sales page up, but remove like the purchasing block for it
Right.
and instead put in a block of a form for a waiting list for next year's, right? A little thing where they can put in their name and email to get on the waiting list for next year's if they are a loyal person. And that way it lets you know, even once you're sold out, how many people will click on that and how many people will want to get on the list. And that's just data and information for you on whether or not maybe that's a different business model you want to start to look at, you
Right.
know? So I would definitely just remove the pricing block on the sales page and then add in, when it's sold out, add in a waiting list form as a block.
Yeah, and I ran a lot of scenarios so that my high-end group of people don't feel like, well, wait a minute, what is she doing now? You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that there was a clear separation between the very intimate group that I have that's very, they have all this other stuff that they get,
Right.
versus this is just a bulk discount thing. This is nothing more than that.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And keep them separate and knowing the difference between
right.
the two.
So,
Absolutely.
okay, so I can add these courses as I make them into this bundle, and then they will be available for people to buy a la carte. And if somebody's in the bundle, as long as it's the same email address, they can't accidentally buy it a la carte because it would say,
No, because they've already purchased it. When
okay,
they're logged into your site, if they click on a course that they already own, it just takes them to the course
okay.
access page.
So as long
So
as
I can't even get back. It's so annoying to me even sometimes. So I have to go incognito because sometimes I'm enrolled in something. I want to see the sales page again, but I can't because I'm enrolled and nothing I do lets me see the sales page again unless I go incognito to that site and go to the sales page again. But logged in, I can't get to the sales page.
just set up a separate email just for that.
Yeah, I know. I do. Like I figured out, but was so infuriating when I first discovered that. So trust me, they will not ever be able to see that sales page again,
Oh,
even
okay.
if they want to.
And I would add it to the bundle before I made it unsecret. Like I always design my class secret till it's done.
Course, your
Because
course.
yes, I have some students that I'm not even done like setting it up, but because it's live, they buy it. And it's like, oh my God, I'm not even done setting it up yet. So,
Yep.
and then the other question I had was I did my little live video like you did in my community.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it's recording. I'm not sure. And I figured it out. But when I played it back, I'm like, wow, this is really low res.
Yeah, very. It was very not great.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are more for like lives in the community. Feel more like a just pop up and be like, how's it going? Like, but yeah, the high res, yeah, I did notice that. I was like, hmm.
And then I thought, I just went back and checked it a few minutes ago. I thought maybe I should just double check it to confirm this because I have a 4K camera. And I'm like, nope, it's really low res on the community. So it's not like the recordings on the cloud that we
No.
get,
Mm-mm.
from our classes, which are beautiful if you have a
Yeah.
good camera. So anyway, yeah. So um, I don't know if I'm going to use that feature until it improves because I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting experience. I'm gonna be trying it out again. I'm gonna be trying to get live into the community a few more times. Because the other thing for me that I came into when I was doing the live in there is that it didn't automatically choose my camera for me. Like it made me live before choosing to access my camera. That was my experience. I had to be live and be like, well, wait a second, where is the thing to turn on my camera? And then I went to settings and I chose the camera and then my image came on. And I was like, okay, should it automatically do that? Or is there something I'm supposed to do
But
beforehand that does that?
mine
Or
was already set up because it is already set up, and I noticed that too, that it showed my name on a black background for quite a long time before my camera
Right,
kicked in.
it kicked in, and that's what it was. And I was pressing buttons like, is it doing it? Just so it is so much lag, which is why the quality, why you don't come up on camera right away. Which is why I put in the comments on my video, hey, just scroll to 1 minute and 48 seconds because that's where I'm actually on screen now, and then I tell you some stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get better. I mean,
Yeah.
all this, I mean, if you think about what we all do, if you think about 10 years ago,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, 10 years ago is when Zoom launched in the spring. And I remember somebody asking me to test drive this new platform that was going to compete with
Hmm.
GoToMeeting. And I said,
Yep.
sure, I'll go to a test drive. Did I see the dollar signs? Did I buy
Mm,
stock? No.
no.
Wouldn't even be here if I had.
Yeah. I know, no kidding, right? Yeah, I was a very much a go-to meeting girl too. I worked for the state of Indiana at the time, and it was actually my job. I traveled around the state, hosting go-to meetings slash in-person and virtual meetings at the same time. Go-to meeting, that was a way of life. That's every company meeting, every team meeting, every training I did, all the things was all go-to meeting. Like everything. Everything you did was go-to meeting. It was so popular. Yes, I do remember Zoom. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. We gotta look back at those signals, Judy, so that we can predict the future.
I know. I remember when Amazon all of a sudden started selling stuff other than downloads for Kindle. And I'm like, what are they doing? I don't get it.
100%. Well, I see, well, now we'll see here before. So for me, like now my brain, if you stop and think about things, it makes sense as to why Zoom did succeed and it was so much better. Like it makes sense. But when you're living in the time and you're not like, that's not your necessarily your industry. That's not where you're at. You're not thinking
Yeah.
about what came before. There's no way you're thinking about that.
Well,
That's why there's always surprises. You're like, what? I didn't see that coming. You weren't
I
looking.
I remember my husband and I were in a car with friends in Florida in the 90s, and they had the prototype for XM radio. And they're like, isn't this cool? And I'm like, who's going to pay for radio?
Hmm.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times the universe has offered me that $1 million option, and I just blew it off.
And you're still like, who's doing that? Yeah. That's crazy. But it's true. But you know why? And that's the beauty of the world. That's the beauty of having an inspiration or a passion is that there are definitely going to be haters out there like Judy that say, who in the world would pay for that subscription? And then what happens? It's one of the most successful and amazing things out there. And it turns out a lot of people will pay. You know what I mean? So you have to look for signals in the market that let you know. If
Yeah.
you're the person looking for the signals, right? You're the one that launches the thing that everybody else that hasn't seen the signal goes, what the heck? No, who would do that? You know what I mean? So yeah, so don't let other people's lack of understanding or getting what you do stop you because somebody else does get you, right?
Well,
Somebody else will.
yeah. So I had a class last weekend that was on taking a client's awful cell phone photo and turning it into a memorial painting, like this masterpiece that you could hang on a wall. And you know, I am always so proud of these workshops, how I can give this to pet photographers to be able to service their clients who have nothing of their dog or cat or horse. And the haters on my Facebook page bashing me and calling me names. And I finally, I'm kind of over it at this point. It's been 3 years, but I start clicking on their profile photos and I'm like, bot, bot, bot. And then, oh, your profile photo is AI. Okay, block, block, block.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Do I like, yeah, I mean, you can, but here's the thing. I know a lot of coach, like, it just depends. If the haters are going to troll and comment and comment things, that's actually helping you go viral.
I know.
The hate of it is helping promote it. And then people, like I have definitely, when I see someone getting trolled for the most ridiculous thing ever from people of no clue what they're talking about, it's an automatic follow for me. I'm like, I get you. And those people are hilariously, you have earned this follow, this subscribe, this whatever from me because you had to put up with all of that and
Oh,
you did, or you did, you know what I mean? Like you tolerated this. Like, look at you out here shining in the world and doing whatever. And then people will come in and be belligerent. It's like, no, you deserve a follow. You deserve the thing. And that's what will happen. More people will do that. When they see the hate, they'll be like, those people are ridiculous. Look at this. This is amazing. You know, it offers a very stark contrast between people who are closed-minded and people who are out there living their actual dream and helping people. Very stark difference. And when that happens, the rest of the world can kind of see that. And they either fall into these crazy troll people or they fall into the side of people that are like, wow, no, I would rather go this direction than that direction.
yep.
I will choose my people, my path. But yeah, lots of bots and troll accounts. Like that's one of the things, that's why I don't go, that's why I'm not a fan of social media anymore. I can't.
Well, yeah,
Stresses me out.
that's what made me so excited about community. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I want them
me
to
too.
make it better so I can
Mm-hmm.
move more people
Mm-hmm.
over. Because
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm a little hesitant.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, see, and that's the thing. I want to have my foundation set up and like my Zenler community. I did post, there is the little video in community if anybody wants to see it, but you can add categories in community and you can add courses to those categories, right? And when you do that, you have the ability when
Wait,
setting up
can you show that?
yeah.
Because I tried to add a link. I tried to add a link to something in my community that I thought worked and it didn't.
Let's see. Community.
All right,
So,
I gotta find the
lovely. So, these in the black bold typeface here, these are categories. You can edit the category, the
right.
name, the category tagline doesn't do anything or go anywhere. I don't know what that means. It's irrelevant. It's a UI feature that I need to talk to the team about. It's weird. Um, doesn't appear to do anything. So that goes there. And these are the communities. These are actual communities, right? No, those are course discussions. Wait, those are two different courses though, right? Whatever.
Okay, so
So now,
if you do that, add to a specific community on a course, it's going to come up as a course discussion for that course.
say that one more time, Judy.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, let me try to because like yeah. Okay. So you have community. Okay, then you can have a group in the community that you choose who you add to. But then if you have a course that you want to have a community for that course, it shows up under course discussions, not a community.
Okay, this is a category. Course discussion is category. Community below is category. This is a category. Okay. This here is the community. This is the labeling thing that I kind of disagree with. The functionality functions and I can't get to it. There we go. Now finally, 10 times. The feed is very hard coded. So you can see right here now that this is highlighted that I'm actually in the community. Okay. I'm in the community because I now have about section over here, right? And I have the ability to have a cover photo and I have my tabs,
Okay.
discussion, featured members. So now I'm in the community. I'm in a specific community, which is this one. And this is a course. The name of the course is Creating a Course from idea to structure, sample. Now, in this course, here are the lessons. Okay? These are all the lessons in this course, which are like none because I don't have any set up. But there could be 100 lessons. And when you make a post in this community, best,
How do you add the lessons in?
right here. You tag the lesson in the content when you post it, right? So now I want you to just see. This is a filter now. Anytime you've got posts, you tag it with whatever lesson. There's no multiple lesson courses are going to come here. They're all within the same community now. So if you come here to this and you filter for that, only posts with that tag will be in here
I'm
for
so
you to
confused
look
right
at.
now.
Um,
Let me look at mine because
Well, you're in the community, it's a tag. But the main thing that I discovered is that how I would use it personally is I would use the categories as groupings. If I wanted more than one area, right? If you have a community and you just have a community, then this is it. You don't have to worry about other things and categories or anything. It's just one community and that's all you have. But if you have multiple communities, like you have a high ticket, like private community, and you have, a public community, and that's when you want to pay attention to what these categories and the functionalities can do here on the site. And
Yeah, but
I'm working on something on my own, but I'm not ready to show it to you yet.
so okay. So for instance, I only have the one private group on my community right now, but they have courses. But how do I get those courses linked into the community?
Why do you want them linked into the community?
I
What
don't
would be
know,
the
but you just
purpose?
showed that, so I'm wondering, do I like I
Okay, so here's what you can do.
I don't
So
know what
it
I
just
want to do.
I know, and this is where like magic happens because this is the desktop version of this, okay? Now, for me and for a lot of people, you have to know when you're designing this community, that intentional experience, we talk about that all the time. When you're designing that for your people, where are they going to be using your community? Are they on desktop? If they are, I mean, the desktop functionality in community is not, it's less easy to navigate. It's hard. Like I can't even click on this. I'm clicking it and it's not going there.
So
It's not
okay,
there.
so where's this app thing?
So then you have the app. What do you mean? What?
Do I have to download it from somewhere?
Yes, Judy. You
I'm
know
old
what an
school.
app is? I'm old school. But the app experience is better.
Okay,
So
I'll
if
write
you
that
have
down.
app people, and it's just known, like even on my website, my blog, I have my blog formatted 100% for mobile. It still reads fine on desktop, but it is 100% formatted just for mobile. I don't care. I've hard coded it that way because most people are going to be reading on mobile, right? So you want to design your experience for your people, your website, your courses. You want to
It,
make sure what it looks like between mobile and desktop because quite a
right.
few people are on mobile now.
So
So
so I guess the question is there one app for
yes, here.
Zenler?
Yes,
Okay, and
right
then
here.
oh yeah, I see that all the time and I just ignore it. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I should
So
tell
when you do it, now here's the thing I want you to tell you before you go off and just start doing stuff, okay? When you get the app and you download it, right? You need to use whatever the original admin email that you set up your first account with, that whatever your admin login is, that's the email you want to use, okay? Because otherwise you can't manage in the app. You won't see stuff, you'll get locked out of stuff. It's annoying. So make sure that it's you and your admin. And when you're in there, I'll take some screenshots and post it because like I'm logged in under I have just a weird situation because I am a Zenler freelance and I have a at Zenler email. Okay. If you try to log in, if you try to create something or even sign into this site and use an at Zenler email, it'll kick you out. It'll tell you no, because you're not allowed to do that. So I have to get my login for Zenler site from it's a special admin type login
Oh,
that
wow.
allows me to get in here, right? Because on my own Zenler site, if I type in at Zenler for emails, it will kick it out. It'll say you can't do it. So
Right.
now for my course, I had to go in. I had to subscribe to my own, I had to set up a new thing on my own site, right? On my own site as a separate account as an admin in my thing and give me all permissions and try to assign stuff just so I could also have my website um in my community and my app that I can use and communicate in my community with my people. But I
Okay.
still don't have admin access, but or like not in the same way, but I can at least comment post from the app now.
And
But
that little tab that says all lessons, like how did you put that there?
I didn't. It's
Mine doesn't.
automatic
Yeah,
from
mine
the
doesn't.
course.
Okay, so I guess
If
this
it's
is
a course, okay, so here's where it starts.
it starts with when you create a community for a course, correct?
No, it starts when no.
Oh,
Where
so
is
confused.
it? Yeah. Um,
Oh,
okay, here, admin. Okay, so now you're setting up a course. Once you've enabled your community, okay,
right.
then you come here into your curriculum, right?
Right.
And the second you do this, so you see this in the room,
Right.
pull up a chair. Hello, save. As soon as I click this button, it has done
Um,
two things, okay? It's done two things. It has automatically created a community in the name of in the room copy. Okay. It has automatically created a drop down menu with all the lesson titles for that. There's no post, there's no whatever, but it's in there, right? So I got hello and I got goodbye. Goodbye. Those will be in there. So now
okay, so now let me just play devil's advocate. Like, what's the benefit to the students clicking on the course from the community versus going to the course on the site?
they're not, it's two different things. Okay. It's two different things.
Okay.
In the community, right? That's the discussion, right? That's the implementation of the content that was in the course. In the course, they're consuming information. In the community, they're processing that information. They're sharing thoughts, asking
Right.
questions, right?
Then
So
why
it's two separate things.
then why do you need the links there?
It's not a link, it's a tag. Do you like, so this is a tag.
Right.
So now when I come into the community, now there's a new course in the room copy, right?
Okay.
And now when I get to it, if it ever goes there finally, now all the lessons here are tagged. So if it's hello, I'm posting in here and I'm tagging it hello. It says, or well, now it's going to do that, but now I'm tagging it hello,
Oh.
right? I'm tagging hello and I'm adding the title, hello. And I'm saying,
This
hi,
would
my name is, right? So this
th
could be an introduction thing, and they post it or you post it. So now if you have 50 people posting in your community for different purposes, and you have an introduction thread, right? It says introduction. You can come over here and say, filter all these posts that I view by this tag. So now you can see everybody who's posted their introduction. If you did a homework assignment and they had questions, you could have them tag that lesson, right? And do. So whatever lessons you click, where's my thing here? Whatever lessons you click enable discussion for, those will be available to tag in the drop-down menu.
So
Okay, and so there's multiple applications for this, but
so under on the left where it said goodbye, you're enabling discussion for goodbye, and then you click on hello and you're enabling discussion for hello, and that makes them
right.
on that drop-down menu.
Correct.
Okay. A
Correct.
little confusing, but
It shows up, the lessons show up in a drop-down menu as tags in your community.
y'all play around
Okay.
with it. And the good news is like
Right.
my little secret community that I have, it's only 10 of my people. So they know
Right.
that this
So
is
in
a
there, that's the
learning.
best way to test it. If you do a course, I mean, there's certain applications for this, right? You can come into community when you're in the app. You can sort through different tags. If you have, obviously, when you have a small community, this seems like, why do I need that? What is that? What does that serve? What does that do? But now, when you're talking about scaling a community and you've got 100 people in here, or maybe you have 10 new members a week coming into your community. If that's the case, you want to be able to tag and sort through the lessons. This is the tagging and sorting because it all gets posted right in here. So now you can tag that and sort it. So as the admin, you can just scroll through that. But even
Oh,
your members have this ability
so
to
if they don't
sort through.
tag it, you can fix it.
No. They have to tag it.
They can't
It's
type unless they
automatically
tag it.
tagged. See, when I click this open, it's automatically going to tag it with one of them.
Oh,
It's
so it might,
choosing goodbye, but I
yeah.
need to click on it and do it. And the reason,
Hmm.
yeah, because it's the lesson. So it's a part of like you have to train it to
Okay.
do so. But yes, it depends on what you use it for sure. I'm setting up a system and I've got some tags and I've got some things and I'm working on it and it's something that I'll share with you guys because yeah, it's fun. I'm testing it out. When we talk about Zenler being an all-in-one platform that has like flexibility and doing stuff on the go. I'm trying to test out ways for you to manage your communities and your course and your schools while you're on the go in the app, like managing and just having a better workflow when you're on the go and being able to do that. So I'm testing out some stuff and Um, by sometime in May, I'll be ready. I've got to test some more things out. I want to make sure it's really good for you guys. And then we're going to experiment and play around with some fun functionalities that you can use communities for. And just, it'll be like brainstorming, learning. It'll be fun.
And if
Fun.
for this the app, in order to set it up, I have to know my password, right? I'm probably gonna have to
Actually, no,
probably
you
gonna
don't. No,
no.
you need when you put your email in, what it's gonna do, it's a magic link. So you put in your email and it'll send you
Oh, a
an
code.
email. No, mm-mm. It's just a magic link. When you click it, it logs you in. No code.
All right.
Hey, Allie,
Um,
Oh, hey, Lorelai.
I have a question
I'm
now that
sorry.
you're in the community. So I have videos, replays that I want to upload in the platform. And you mentioned about the app, being mobile and how you set up those lessons. I had created a course called Replays, and that's where I was thinking, and that's where I was putting replays. But
Mm-hmm.
because the library has gotten larger, so I'm
Yeah.
a category, per genre. So, but I'm curious as to what are the different options of posting replays that could be beneficial to my members for them to view easily. Like I like that,
Yes.
like I like that
Oh,
you
oh,
have
oh,
that
I have an idea.
community. Yeah, so I created a course and I made it replays, but is there
Okay.
another
Yes, that's actually a great idea. And now on the go, what you can do is if you, because now it used to, the functionality did not used to be like this, y'all. When you were in community, if you turned on discussion lesson, for each lesson you turned on a discussion for, it created one of these stars. So
Mhm.
you would have your course, if it had 100 lessons, you would have 100 little things down there. So you would only strategically enable certain ones, which just it left something out of like the functionality. But now this is one course, okay? And if you turn on lessons for every single discussions for every single course, it gives you a drop down menu for people to search, right? So if you have this course and it's called um, replays, author interview replays, whatever you want to call it, so it's clear to them, it's the course, okay?
Mhm.
And then when you have the lessons enabled and you have the replays in those lessons, all they have to do here with the tags, you tag those lessons with whatever you want. All they have to do to find that, this could be how you want to filter for tropes. This
Okay.
could be that, and you can click it, and then it'll only show the tropes,
Okay,
all the replays that are tagged trope.
so you're saying
If
like
you wanted to have them replays that are tagged for certain genre of things, whatever, you could do that, and then they could filter and search and watch those in the course itself, the way that you have it set up, or they can watch them right here in the lessons if it's
well, the way I have set up the courses, and this is, I just created a course, but I'm using just a page and then I'm putting like the four, the blue block and then the rows. It has four rows and then I'm inserting in each
a
row
replay.
just the replays. But that's my question. I wanted to ask, is there a better way of doing it? Because I didn't do it like from curriculum or lessons. So I wanted to
Right.
know
So,
which is
yeah.
better so that it's
So
easier
actually,
to
you're
filter.
right. The workflow on this is what I would do. I don't know. I would set up a category that says um replay. Okay. Oop. So now the category is replays.
That's
I'm gonna
replies.
move,
Anyway, miss,
huh?
you're missing the A and
I
the
know,
sorry, I'm
I
at
know, it's
my
typo.
thingy. But go ahead.
So here, I just want get let me edit this. Oh, I can't from there. Oh,
So
because
can
it's
you show
course
me?
discussion.
Can you
Okay,
show
so
me in
for
the course
course
how to set it
discussion,
up first before
okay,
we see here?
okay, here's what it would be. I'm sorry, I did it in the wrong spot. So when you first do this for courses, it automatically gives you the category name as course discussions.
Okay.
I would change that and I would call it replays, right?
Uh-huh.
And save. Okay, so now this is replays. These other courses, I wouldn't, my community would be separate from, and you can't move course discussions out of course discussions. So this only works with one course, okay? For the replays. If you have your regular community,
Yeah, I'm thinking, do I create the course called replays and then you know how like you have the curriculum? I haven't used that. Should I use that instead
You
of,
can, because then in the app, it doesn't matter if you use that for the, or does it? Will the course player in the app not show that though?
because I'm thinking before I start, I wanted to know what are the benefits of using like the curriculum feature to put each one, because I probably
Right. So the
have,
benefit here is that once you remove, um, let's go to courses. Once you only have one course that's part of the course discussions, it very specifically only has to be one, because then when you add a community, um,
I don't mind it having a community because then people can comment
I
about
get, I
the
get that, but it's confusing for this purpose because a course discussion community, it functions differently because of the lessons and the way that works than if you come over here and add a community like this. Okay, they're different, they have different functionalities. So the course community would be, it's a way to get a workaround.
Mhm.
Um, what am I calling it? Community, so that's clear. Right. And then in the community itself, you have one community. And in that one community, you'll have some featured posts. You got an about, you can add links and stuff like that over here. It's like a feed with a community where they're engaging with you back and forth. Okay. And you're asking them questions like, what's your, you're doing your, you know, um,
What are you reading?
what's your favorite, library experience, or what are you currently reading? Whatever those things look like in your community, that's what's going on here. And that's the community. Replays, this is the course discussion. You wouldn't have all of these. You would just have the one, okay? But the course feed, anything, all of these things under this one category, everything in there will all pin to the same featured. It'll all be there. So even if you had 10 communities and you pinned a featured post in each one of them individually, okay? When you came into the feed of that particular community, the featured post will just be the one for that community. But if you come up here to the feed,
Mhm.
anything in the regular community categories, anything under the same category, all of those will be pinned at the same place. So it groups them and lets people access everything in a particular category. So it almost acts as though the category is the community and gives access to everything within that category.
So community would be like the global feature, so that if you pin anything that's pinned as featured will from the other replays, let's say, from the other courses, will appear in the community
No,
the other way around.
only the ones that are clicked in here. So like, here, let me stop sharing for a second and see if I can pull up my thing and show you what I mean. And it's easier in the app. I might
Yeah, I'm
actually
trying to see what is a better experience for.
definitely the app. The desktop experience is just ugh. I don't like it. It doesn't work for me at all. I enjoy the app much, much more, but even that's glitchy, so it needs working on
Mhm.
as well. But the features that they have in here when they work, it's really great. Um, okay, so let me, okay, so let me pull up mine. Let's see if I can show you. Get to community. so I can make it make sense. Okay, so I'll share my screen again so that I can show you what I mean by grouping things together. Share screen. Okay, so when you're in this up here, if you can see up on the left, it says your feed. Okay. This thing here says start where the pressure is. That's technically a category. I can change the name of that, edit that category. I could add more communities underneath that category. I've used these communities. This is the community, start where the pressure is. I'm using each community name as a state of being, right? These are different states of being, but they're all in this category. So in this feed, you don't see a banner, you don't see an about section on the right-hand side, right? Yet I can come here in this featured post section and I can scroll through each one of these featured posts and you can see where it's posted. It's posted in a different community within this category, but they all show up in this one tagged thing, and all of the rest of the posts show up here as well in the feed itself below that. Okay. Now, if I come over here and click on this community, which it's hard to, okay, good. Now you can see them in this actual community because now I can have a cover photo, I can have an about, and when I look at the featured post, there's only one post there. Okay, because it's in that specific community. So it's only one, but all of the featured posts are in the feed for your feed. The discussions, the course discussions and stuff, you put them below, put your community above, and those are only down there. And it only shows up, those pinned posts and those things only show up. I renamed course discussions my notes because I'm using this for something different.
Mhm.
Oh, come on. It's not there. No. The feed
Yes.
is so hard coded. But now I'm in the control room and I have a whole new set of featured posts um, that are featured based on the lessons. And this is the drop-down lesson menu for all the lessons. And it just acts as like a tagging system. So you can filter for that. Um, you can use it for a lot of different things, but that is the course. So if this was your replay room,
Mhm.
it's only they have to specifically click into it. You can have your most popular featured replays featured at the top, right?
Yeah.
And then you can tag them in the course itself is where you're uploading them for sure. Or you're creating lessons that are tags, right? Because you're not uploading them in the lessons. What you're going to do is the lessons won't have any content in them for that, right? They're specifically for replays. So what you'd be doing is uploading the replay here, right? Is there any? Yeah, you're uploading the video here, right? And
Mhm.
then you're tagging it um with replay. I don't have that, so we'll just say
Yeah.
notes. So you're tagging it with that tag and what it's doing, and you'll put the name, you however you have your naming. So for you, author name and maybe date, I don't know. And then you're tagging it and posting it. So what happens now is when your people want to come in and they want to find that type of replay, whatever your tags are set up in, you might have 20 different categories of replays. Now they can do that and it'll filter for just those ones, those posts.
Mhm.
Okay. And not only that, but in the app, when they're in the course now, so when they're in the course itself, the discussions that are there are below it. Any posts you've made are actually in the course too now, underneath. And in the app though. So that's something I'll do some screenshots and put them in the community for you all. But it's a really cool way to be able to offer those replays, right? and it creates that community. And if you're already using the community and these people are part of a course with replays, and there's a lot of stuff that needs tagging. Like Judy's system, she has to do stuff super fast because those things become irrelevant, right? So she's not going to create a whole thing that's set up just for replays because hers will become irrelevant too fast. That's not a good use of a community for her. Your interviews, Lorelai, and the information in those author interviews, that is literally some of the best evergreen content a person can have. Because, like you said, the actual interviews itself, that is evergreen. The author's talking about, maybe what their favorite books, that you're talking about different experiences they have, blah, blah, blah. So those type of replays will live on forever. You can tag them, and your community kind of gets to know how you're labeling different genres, historical replays, or however style authors, or whatever that looks like for you, you know?
Yeah. Casey asks, are there space limits? I have a year of 2-hour recordings for each year. So space limits, that's
On Zenler? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't, I'm pretty sure, can you store all these in the system or in the media library? Yeah, I will look it up officially and make sure, but I believe it's unlimited.
yeah. I think each video can't be more than 2.
Right, you can't, it tells you, and then if that particular video is over the maximum file upload size, there's a link right in there that says handbrake. You click that, get that downloaded. It's compresses the video for you, or that file, so that you can upload it to the media library.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't hit the limit yet.
Yeah.
I don't
Another
think
question I had, thank you for that, because I'll work on it. And when I'm 100% sure what the system is of how I'm going to
so.
upload it so that it's easier
Yeah.
for the
Yeah, the
viewer.
best way for you, workflow wise too. Yeah.
My other question was so talking about the blog, I love how we can add on the blog page in itself, like at the bottom, so that something always appears.
Oh yeah, add to
Yeah. So I
dynamically.
know it says that, you create your blog post and the ultimate goal is that you give them a call to action to join a membership or a course.
Hmm.
So of the blocks, so normally when I post mine, I put at the bottom like the description, join my membership if you like this, this, and this. But instead of including that in every post, I can make a block to add it so that I don't have to do that every time, that it appears there automatically.
Right, yeah, it's a dynamic because the blog post page is dynamic. It knows to pull in the current blog post, but if you add a block at the bottom of it for like a call to action for whatever, it automatically adds that to every individual blog post for you. Yes.
Which
That's like
block?
creating a template for you.
Yes. So, oh, and it saves me so much time. Um, because if I have to make edits, then that means I have to go through all the blog posts to make the edits, and I don't want that. So I like that it's just one block. Is there
Yeah,
a
sure.
particular block or the way of promoting it that is more SEO or easier for members to buy in or to look at?
I'm sorry, wait, what? Repeat that?
So I want to add a dynamic block, right?
Well,
Or,
the block itself isn't
well,
dynamic,
yeah, no, the
right, but
dynamic
it's a
is a
block
block.
on the dynamic page. The
Yeah,
blog post page is dynamic.
yeah.
Yes.
Let me look at what I'm talking
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
I know,
Okay.
so that I
I
can,
want to make sure that I'm
yeah,
understanding what you're asking as
yes,
well.
me
So,
too. I'm on the blog uh site. It says blog title, blog description, and then blog homepage, which is blog. I can edit that page. Who sees that page? Is that the page that all the blog posts appear, right? Like when you
The
go to,
blog homepage is the main blog page where all the blog posts are listed. Yes.
okay, so the one that I want to edit is the blog post page.
Correct.
So I'm clicking on that and the blog,
The dynamic
the
section is
dynamics.
there where you can't do anything to. Then
Yeah.
you go over to the upper left hand side to plus blocks, and then you'll find a block there. If you have custom ones already made where that are lead capture or promote something, you can add it and drop it there. Or
Mhm.
you just add a blank block or add a templated block and you plug it in and design it and save it, and now it lives at the bottom of every single blog post.
So I could add, for
You
example, a
can't
sign up.
change it for, you don't change it for different blogs.
No, it's
Just
going
so
to
you
be,
know, it's the same across every blog post because the blog post page is the part that's dynamic, not the block, right? So it's like reversed.
so I'm wondering, what is more effective to get people to sign up? So let's say somebody goes on my blog, they haven't signed up for my newsletter. So I'm thinking, should I put a funnel that allows them to subscribe to my newsletter? And then once they sign up, the thank you page of the funnel is there where I can promote, like, hey, like to join my membership. I'm trying to figure out, so what type of information, a fixed information, should I put there to sign up for my newsletter, to join my membership? Uh,
Well, that's these are your blog, like your blog, what is the purpose of your blog? Like what's the main goal of your blog?
the main goal of the blog is to kind of share, I mean, whatever information that that person is looking for. So if it's something that interests them, right, that is related to my membership. So let's say
No, 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 no. What's the purpose of you having a blog? Like,
to,
yeah, I mean, not everybody that has a book club has a blog. Maybe they have just a YouTube channel. I don't know. Like, why did you have the blog?
well, I use the blog because that's where I take information to promote events that are part of my membership. And then once the events are done, I,
So people are you're using them to inform people of events and things that are happening
mhm.
um
But
within your space.
yeah, but once those events are done, to make the post evergreen, I change the title and then I make it just because these are author events. So um, I change it to a book blog. So it's like a book post. So inside every invitation, there's information about the author and her books or a book.
Right,
So
in the blog post
in the
itself.
blog post. So once the event is
Yeah.
done, yeah, that's not evergreen because that expired. But I make the post evergreen because I changed the title.
You
Not,
just get rid of that.
yeah,
Right.
I
So what
changed
I
the
would do,
event and I made it
Lorelai,
post.
honestly, I think all the work that you do on the blog and all the things, I would test out the membership as the thing. Like, hey, check this out. Find out more about how you can be part of this experience because that's what you've given them in the blog post. It's you've broken the first, it's the event that's there, blah blah blah. The check out the membership will stay on even when the event's live, right?
Mm,
So when people are actively searching for the active event, if you have that block on that page at the bottom of every blog post, even with all the info, now they can see, oh, membership. Yeah. Do I actually want to be to this event? If I do, I better click on this and go buy the membership if I want to come to this event and if I want to participate in this way. So I would be 100% driving all of that traffic from my blog to my membership.
okay. And I just thought of something because I have a part of my recordings, the interviews are
Hmm.
open to the public,
Yeah.
not private. So I'm thinking of adding the interviews in there because just the interview part, not the part where
Yes.
authors and readers engage. That's
Right.
private.
No, that's the private, but the
Yeah.
other one, yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking of adding that in there in the blog post so that they get a feel of, I mean, more content instead of having it on social media. It'll be on my blog. I can promote it, but it'll be there. So,
Yeah. Absolutely, you can do that. And yeah, I would definitely be my main goal. You've got a lot going on and you've got so much content, so much blog, so much there's enough information that you've been actively educating and promoting and putting out there that adding to that blog post a direct offer of here, check out the membership
mhm.
is 100% I would do it if I were you, for sure. It's not a situation where it's like subscribe for more. No, this is enough. I've given you enough. If you want more, what's more is the membership. So it's a very nice flow. It's gentle. It doesn't feel you provide them with so much, Lorelai. That's free,
Yeah,
right? It's there and it's free. Here's the interview from the author. Here's the little, tidbit that you can get. And that's all free. So if they want more, what's more isn't to subscribe. What's more is to pay me and get into this membership. Really, and that makes sense. It's very gentle. It's just a guidepost. Here's all of this and go there.
yeah. And I just wanted to say so that if anybody has a membership and then like why would people join to pay for a membership if they can get it free? It's and I'm very grateful to you for helping me set this up because I thought who's ever going to pay me to be able to
I
do
know.
it
Well, that's
others?
what Judy, I know you were busy earlier, but Judy kind of made a comment earlier about saying that exact thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I thought about it and I wouldn't pay for that. Who would pay for that? And then
No.
guess what? A lot of people do.
But what I will say is that there are a lot of experts out there, but not everyone clicks. Do you know how many business experts or owners or creators there are? Like they're top 1%.
Mhm.
Why am I going to create a business if they already have that other person?
Mhm.
You know? So, why do it? It's because you are going to be offering like a smaller community, people who click with you, like your energy. They want to be surrounded by people like you because there's so much negativity. So, and there are billions of people in this world, but not everyone clicks or feels overwhelmed. And having that opportunity to offer your services or your product, you'll be surprised. I am surprised, and I am so grateful.
Mhm.
And I truly
Good.
believe in this because it's not just about recommending books or watching interviews because
No.
those interviews everywhere, right?
Mhm.
Whatever service or product you do, but it's the experience of meeting the people and being around other people that you enjoy. And
That have that similar mindset, have a connection. It's about not surface level connecting, which a
Mhm.
lot of these big groups are. It's all surface level.
And growth
Much
and growth.
happening.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's too much happening to go deep into anything. But having a community that's private where you can truly connect and go a little deeper, that's where the magic really happens,
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
that course that summit that you did, it's the
Yes.
and wants, needs, and must-haves. I don't know that you offer to your clients.
Hmm.
So yeah. And I know we're going to disappear in a few minutes, but
I
thank
know
you.
it is gonna go. We're at
Yeah.
our time again
But
today, but
really
yeah,
grateful
I'm
that you
really
are here to help and David and Kevin and and getting all that. So I'm just
yeah.
coming to listen for accountability, and then if I have questions, I will ask, but this is part of my in my schedule.
Yeah, in your schedule. Yay. Yeah, I know Judy is doing that a lot too. Sarah, I know, has been doing it, and that's a great way to do it. Like,
I encourage everyone.
and if there's really If we have time, a lot of time we're brainstorming. Yes, Casey, have a great week. A lot of times we're brainstorming in here and having conversations because maybe people don't have real specific questions. And honestly, I invite you all and encourage you all to come into community on the Zenler site, the tutorial site. Community link is right there for you now. David fixed that for me. And it's there. Come in there and and ask me what you'd like to kind of learn more about, because I can put together little mini presentations for you that we can do during these 3 hours. If there's not a ton of very specific questions to troubleshoot, we can do it through little mini presentations, and I'm happy to do that for you. And that doesn't mean I can't create more content on for this community specifically as well. So that is an option, and I know we've had ideas around that. Um, and I'm getting to it for sure. So
So, Allie, you have an additional workshop tomorrow?
do I have it? No, I'm not. There is a workshop going on tomorrow, but I'm not hosting it. No.
Oh, okay. And that,
Zenler is having a workshop tomorrow. Zenler is, but it's not when I'm hosting.
okay, interesting. I thought it specifically said you were. Okay, great.
Oh,
Thank
I don't. Oh, really? That is interesting. I
Maybe
better
that's
check.
the Yeah, I could be
Maybe
wrong, right? I'm often overwhelmed with life, so
I've, you know what? Who knows? But I'll double check. But no, I'm not hosting one tomorrow.
all right.
Somebody in there is though.
Thank you guys. See you next time.
Yes. Yes. Thank you all so much. Thanks for joining Live Educational Support Desk. I will see you next Thursday. Same bat place, same bat time, y'all. So thank y'all for being here, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget to check in community. Come in and check in with me there. Bye.